Hey, what's up, everyone? It's episode 38 of the Dcuo Project Podcast. We're back again with the usual suspects of characters on Count Shockula. We've got Vagrant from the PC side. So what's up, Vagrant?
What's up?
We've got Kaiser.
I don't know if I appreciate being called suspect.
Suspects. Usual suspects. And we've got...
I'm in a class of myself.
We've got Crappy Heels.
Who?
Hello. Say something.
Who's that? Who the fuck is that?
That's Scrub, Crappy Heels. And last but not least, we've got Macabre from the Lifted Research Group. What's up, man?
Not much.
Not much.
All right, let's get right into Rage. Before
Let's get right into it.
Pretty high.
I think we have a Rage Tank discussion. Everyone knows that the new DLC 9 hit for Legendary. Sorry, all you premium guys. I do feel bad. Not really. But anyway.
If I were you premium guys, I'd pick up the Sunday paper or like go to a place that has a book and practice your mazes. You're going to need it.
Coming from the Maze Master. So before before we get started in the discussion on the Rage, I know what Crappy, Mac, and Kaiser have done. What have you been? How much have you gotten done, Vagrant? I'm just curious.
I've been running Mist Recovery and Strike Team a whole lot. Most of the time I log in, my league's already running Assault and Battery before I even have a chance to run with them.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Have you talked to any of them about it or anything?
They say it's pretty easy, but they said that it's pretty much if they pug it, like they get pissed at people who just don't understand like simple mechanics.
Yeah, we'll be talking about.
I've heard that the raid requires a lot of CCing.
I just
only
want to
the
say
last
this about it.
Not by the tanks, it does really, but a little bit. Somebody's saying DCO started to lag this much, but
well, you got to understand
that's because there's so
new
many
DLC
people
just
on.
hit.
yeah, there's a lot of people on. This is going to be
I logged
really.
on yesterday, and I had to wait in line to get on.
And we're legendary. We were told we were never supposed to wait for a queue.
DLC, and it's a Lantern DLC. It's going to be laggy for a few days.
Definitely not like that over here on the PC side.
Oh, no, not at all.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Anyway, let's get into discussion. What did you guys want to talk about Rage Tanking so far, Crappy, that you've already had a chance now to test it out and do the raids with it?
If you look at my YouTube channel, I'm going to do a little advertisement. The last run I did last night, when I actually didn't forget that last boss that comes out of the portal in the first boss room there, because he always comes out of the portal right when that other guy, Hal Jordan, spawns, and like I always forget about him, but that time I actually didn't, so I was like, you know what? Put this on YouTube. Beast fucking tank run right there, using violence. But now, Mac, I see I've been meaning to try out Remorseless Recovery, but like that's like the last power that I haven't tried, so like that's making it in my loadout today. And I was just testing it out. It has the same animation as Severe Punishment. It's really quick, and you could do it fast. I think I might like it, and it seems to have the same duration as Violence and Severe Punishment. So you could, like, you don't even have to pop it, you know, like you do Violence, you know, because Violence is kind of like, I always clip it with Severe Punishment because of that animation. You know, you get knocked around and all kind of shit if you're just using Violence by yourself, especially on a boss fight. If you use Violence, like, while you're getting beat on, you're going to get fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
But Remorseless Recovery now, it's really quick. It has that real quick animation where you just swipe your hands down from your head. It has the same duration, and the damage you deal comes back to you in healing out. So you know how like when you're in rage mode, and if the healer's not healing you, you always lose just that tiny bit of health in between your when your rage moves on cooldown. You could have that you might be able to get that back if you're doing good damage, not on a boss fight. But
so are you thinking you're going to drop redirect rage to put that in then, or you dropping violence?
I'm going to drop violence, redirected rage. What's that?
Your shield.
Oh, no. I love the shield.
I thought that was called ruthless shielding.
Nah, redirected rage.
Oh, okay.
sometimes when I get knocked down or when my my shit expires and I'm getting really beat on, like sometimes the boss is beating on you and your severe punishment wears off. So like I need something to cover me then, and I don't like to use ire to heal myself because I like to always have that for a breakout, or if I go down and I need to cancel my rage. So I think I'm going to swap out violence, but then I'm missing that knockup.
Yeah, that was the thing, was that when I was reading Remorse Recovery, it said that whatever you do for dealing damage with your combos or rage powers, it's supposed to come back as healing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're sitting there blocking, you're not really going to get healed then like you would with ire.
Yeah, no.
See, I have my
like
sound off in the game, so I don't hear your heartbeat thing.
Oh, me and
Oh,
Crappy
my God.
last night, we were sitting there next to
Dude,
each other. I'm
we
like, dude, we're throwing our eviscerating chain at like the wrong times. I do it when
Cancel each
his
other.
heartbeat's going. I was like, oh my God.
Thank God we had violence going, or we would have been fucking flat on the floor at the beginning of the raid, or at the beginning of that boss fight. Because
No, that was the other thing though, was like with that raid, I think it should have been a feat not to destroy the crystals.
Because of the lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
of the
that's
Mogo
more of a
lasers.
challenge.
Yeah.
It's more of a challenge to do it straight up than it is to just knock out the crystals.
Well, I don't think the developers intended for us to tank Hal Jordan in the back of the room while people just stand there doing nothing waiting for crystals. They probably intended us to fight them all while destroying the crystals. I think that was
Right.
probably an oversight on their part.
it could happen.
Well, that was the other thing too, is like when you go into the power trees of rage, anger says it gives you, if you have more power points than that one, it gives you 35 plus health. But then when you go into punishment, it says it gives you 25. But now I got the same amount of skill points spec the same way, but I got the power trees swapped, so that way I have one in anger and I got the other Nate in punishment. But the one with anger, the one that has the 35 plus health, is actually 10 less health than I do in punishment.
That's
Okay.
weird.
So I didn't know if they had that backwards or if I'm just misreading it. But it was like, what's going on here now?
So what do you think about this remorseless recovery? We're gonna have to try this out tonight. See, it has some downfalls though. Like, violence is a knockup, and it puts a small tick on people like that are close to you. So it kind of helps you hold aggro in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you have to come up less. It gives you more time to just stay blocked if you're
It was-
taking a beat and where you
I'm
don't have to come
thinking
up and
about-
get a pull.
I'm thinking about maybe doing a totally different way of doing it. Instead of using severe punishment, I'm going to use what's that one that looks like snuff out? Is that like outrage?
Oh yeah,
Not-
it's the same thing but in the other tree. Yeah, and
yeah. If you use that way you can spec down into outrage, and then outrage that combo into is a knockup move along with revenge too.
I was thinking that, but
Plus that ignores the rage crash, but then you lose a single target pull like eviscerating chain.
yeah,
But-
and I love to have that other pull because right now Ragebringer just totally does not bring all the boys to the yard. Sometimes it'll hit people and drag them over to you.
We
but then they'll just
noticed.
walk away.
Because that one Blue Lantern benefactor kept just hanging around, like trying to wipe us. You know what I mean? Because he's like brawling. He was just
Yeah.
beating on our heads.
Just,
I just blamed that on the fact that Crappy doesn't have enough Dom with his 22 skill points.
oh my God, I got like fucking 1,800 doms.
He's
Jeez.
got more dom than I do, and he's got more health than I do.
Yeah, I got almost 10 grand health and fucking.
I got 3 pieces modded now, so I just went up to like 9,077 health and like 17.
You know, speaking of stats, I just want to ask this about this DLC. Is this armor still tier 5? Because I could swear this armor feels like tier 6.
I can't.
It's tier 5.
Hey,
That's why Marks of
I
Reality
hear
is
you. It's
still used.
beast.
No, what
real
I'm trying to
beast.
say, Vagrant, is like tier 3 to tier 4. Not that, no. Tier 4
what
to
is
tier
tier
5.
6 going to be?
I jumped from 1,300 to 2,000 Vite. A big jump. I'm sitting at 2,547 Vite right now, and I'm still not maxed.
Yeah, you're still.
I'm going to
missing
max over
shoulders.
2,600. It feels like a whole nother tier. I gained 600 vitality.
Well, it just makes
just
you.
this armor.
I think what they're trying to do is that they're trying to separate, so that way you can't bring in walk-ins or something like that. Like, because the first couple raids, when you go from like, if you hit level 30 and you can walk into gates and get those marks and stuff, and you
Yeah.
barely die, I think this way it's going to say, well, you know, even a little. If Hal Jordan in this raid spits on you, he's going to freaking kill you.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, though, if this is a jump, just purely staying in tier 5. What's tier 6? Am I going to have 4,000 Vite? What the hell is the tier 6 going to do?
Yeah, I
Still be
can't.
running
I
out of
can't.
power.
I can't imagine the stats on the tier 6. My resto
Oh.
is pushing 5,300 right now as a healer. Of course, I'm full 90, but I don't have the utility belt yet. And
I
feel like they might tone back the stats because it was such a
Don't say
huge
that.
jump.
I don't think they're going to.
I like how they tried to balance might and precision finally by giving us a shitload of might and
We're
not so
trying
much.
to talk about rage here, and all of a sudden you ADHD
Well, I mean, it all
guys,
goes
whatever
hand in
that
hand.
disease is.
Well, the other thing is
Talk about
how
your stats.
you compare the raid that we have, or like, you know, Nexus and Wave together, and how difficult it was going through it when we had just, you know, like tier 5 armor. Now that we have like Traces in Time or just a little bit like, you know, corrupted or exalted gear, we're walking through this thing and we're getting like gear that has stats that's like, holy shit, what? And it's like an easy raid to do, or a little operation if you know how to do it correctly.
It's easy as long as you got communication and people
Exactly.
know what they're doing.
And then here we are getting gear that's like, okay, well, now I'm kind of scared to see what DLC 10 is going to be like, because if we're going to get pissed on, I'm going to be like, oh my god.
Oh, you mean DLC 9?
Don't start that.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, but
I'm sorry.
You
I
had
Never-
me looking
say,
up
a lot
going,
of
wait,
people-
did I say that wrong?
No. Never. Just ignore me, Mac. I'm sorry. I'm making
A
never
lot
mind.
of people are complaining that the raid is either too hard or too easy. I gotta say, this is probably the most fun raid they've done in a while. Like
I
Nexus
really
and
like
Wave,
this
you
raid,
get
yeah.
those
I
one
love it.
shots and then
I
weird
like
mechanics
Nexus
like
too.
the shield.
Nexus is a fun time.
Yeah, Nexus is
This,
okay.
this reminds me of Gates or FOS.
Wave,
it's like
Wave
it's hard,
sucks.
but hard on mechanics, and you got to communicate.
I like Prime too.
Like I like this
Real
raid.
American Hero? If that's the real one, happy birthday, bro.
Is it his birthday? Happy birthday.
It was his birthday, like the 24th or something like that. He put up a video and stuff. Turned
Yeah.
24.
All right.
Whose
so
birthday?
back to Rage.
American Hero.
Oh.
I was actually going to bring up the subject of why are the the solo
They're not
missions.
daily missions. They're weekly.
They're
missions.
weekly for some
What the
stupid
fuck
ass
is
reason.
that?
Yep.
That
Yeah.
I don't agree with.
Yep.
For one
Or
mark.
freaking people trying to get replay badges out of us, and it just doesn't make sense because there's only 2 quests.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the point of making them weekly? And then Meps's comment was, "Well, you're supposed to do them while you're doing the ops." When the fuck? Yeah, Miss Recovery and Family, or not Family, Miss Recovery
You
and
do
Strike
them
Team,
every
you can
day.
run every single fucking day.
Right.
I did not know they were weeklies until I read that. I was like, that is bullshit.
Who did we lose? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, we lost
We lost
Mac.
Macabre.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
lost Macabre.
Damn, I wanted to talk about Rage, and now he's gone.
He'll
Damn
be
it,
back.
Mac.
Yeah, we'll get him back.
Rage
But
is
I
I
off.
haven't seen a lot of Rage, which is weird for a new.
There's a
power.
lot of Rage DPS.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of those.
Yeah. Oh, we got
I just
devil
wanted to try
devil
out the tank
ninjas
and
in the
it's
chat. You got to be kidding me.
Who's that?
He's a guy in
Oh.
our league. The guy I've been playing with for a long time, but
We've expanded the league recently too.
yeah,
Like-
we expanded our league, so we're getting. I mean, we've ran Assault and Battery like 25 times. Vagrant.
We've replayed the heck out of it.
I've gone through over 2,000 replay patches on it. And so is Kaiser. I know Kaiser has.
Oh, I'm full 90, like the good gear, the drop gear. I'm full 90 on both rolls,
Yeah, on DPS.
except for one
and,
piece. One piece on each. That's parallax, I think.
Yeah. I'll
But
work
I'm
on
almost
getting.
max.
I'll work on getting Mac back in here. I don't know what happened there.
I can't believe you just hang up on my buddy.
I didn't hang up on anybody, but
Jesus.
yeah, we got Galaxy Soul in our league now too. He's been on our chat for all the time. He's usually is in our chat. So we went ahead and invited him to the league. It's pretty cool. Come on. I don't know what's going on here, but I
Well,
don't know. He may be
have-
having a problem on his end, Crappy, because
Yeah, I think he's having a problem on his end.
I
His
can't get him
internet's
back.
fucked up
So
sometimes.
anyway, but yeah, I mean, so far, I mean, what's your impression? Like everybody, I'm gonna go give everybody a chance here to talk. Like, start with Vagrant. What is your impression of the new DLC? I know you haven't ran the raid yet, or the alert, or operation, or whatever you want to call it, but
I've ran the heck out of Strike Team and Mist Recovery. I love those a lot. Those are really fun to me.
I like Strike Team. I'm not crazy about Mist Recovery.
The beginning of Mist Recovery is a slog.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Everything else after that, though, is fun.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't like pressing circle on things and carrying them to other places.
Yeah, it's kind of, once you've done it once.
It's busy work, but I mean, it's all right. I like Mist Recovery and Strike Team a lot, though.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I would freaking love Assault and Battery.
Yeah, Assault and Battery is fun.
It's real fun.
Yeah.
Have you guys unlocked Atrocitus and Saint Walker on live?
Yeah, but I haven't played with them yet.
Yeah, we've been too busy doing the PvE content.
They are pretty fun.
Yeah. I've played.
I didn't do them yet. I want to do Atrocitus, man. He's like my favorite fucking DC person.
I had fun playing Atrocity on the test server. I didn't like Saint Walker just because I couldn't get a feel for him. But Atrocitus, I had a lot of fun. I'm not saying I was any good at him, but it was a lot of fun to play him. I liked his moves, you know. I wish you could summon Dexstar. That'd be a cool move.
I don't know who that is.
Dexstar is Atrocitus' pet cat.
Oh, he is a kitty?
Yeah, and he's a monster in the comic books.
Damn, I like him even more now. I like kitties.
Yeah, he's got a red
the cat
lantern
puke on you?
cat with him.
Does the cat puke on you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He does all the stuff.
Badass.
Yeah, he does all the stuff a Red Lantern does. So, I think we got Mac back. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Back.
Yeah, I got counted.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I was over at the McDonald's getting some.
Nice.
The FedEx truck pulled in front of the window, blocking the signal.
You know, and you know, just I know I ordered a couple of things online, but I didn't expect it to come that quick.
So who you asking next, Count? Huh?
Oh, just go talk about it. Yeah, you. What about you, Crappy? I mean, I know you want to talk about Rage.
I just want to talk about Rage. I like the raid, man. The raid is really fun. I like the maze part.
Four Corners is fun.
Except for when Kaiser can't manage to hit the right switches.
You mean the Maze Master, Kaiser?
The Maze Master. And he's out there not giving anybody power because he's too busy looking at the map going, what square are you guys in?
and Rock Hardington.
Yeah, right. Okay, keep it up.
When Rock Hardington does it, he just wings it.
It's hilarious. I'm going to put it up.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's a good time, though. Except for when they keep giving you wrong switches, and then you're out, and then everybody's in the maze for a long time, and those dudes that come to destroy the crystals
they start running.
like rolling in four deep, and they start running.
Yeah, they start sprinting toward the crystals. Yeah. And it only takes them a couple seconds to like break half of the crystals.
They just touch it for a second and they're busting the crystal. Like as soon as they touch it, they break one part of it, and then like it's like 3 seconds and the crystal's done.
But I think it's fun. I mean, I like how they did that.
The only bad part about it is I think that's what's making everyone cry on the forums. Like, this is just like the FOS2 bridge. We can't do a room mechanic.
Yeah, you're gonna need mics and you're gonna need teamwork. It's definitely a
FOS2
teamwork.
bridge. It separates certain groups of people.
Yeah, it's definitely a teamwork raid. I get a lot of tells from people, a lot of tells that like watch some of my YouTube videos and they're like, I want to be in your league run. I want to run with you. You know, I get a lot of tells
because everyone's always shouting for like last boss or need this for a base, and we just blow through it like 25 minutes.
It's like, no, I'm not pugging this. I'm not pugging this.
Yeah,
yet.
we just run through it straight up clean.
Super easy. We invited a healer in last night. We just needed a healer, so we pugged him. We figured, well, what the hell, we'll pug a healer. Can't hurt that bad. And I mean, he was really good, but when he got in there, he's like, "Oh, I'll solo heal this." I was like, "So
there's no reason."
When we're in Mogo, how are you going to heal the people in Metropolis?
No, he wanted to do it.
We just go in one group. Why would he do that?
We do it a lot faster. Why would you do a solo healer? I like. Here's one thing I do like about the raid. It gets back to the classic 2-2-2-2 format. You know what I mean? We're tanks.
I think it's fun to go in two groups like that. You know, at the beginning everybody's together, and then you split up, and then you come back together for the maze. But you're still both doing two different things, so it's cool.
And you kind of compete to who gets it done first, and then you can kind of make fun of each other.
The inside people are always done first. Well, sometimes. I've been on the outside team and we finished first thanks to my
Yeah.
one.
It depends. If your inside team has BCD on it, nah, you're getting done second.
Oh, he's not doing too bad with gadgets, but
There's still a lot of groups that are just going, each portal, the entire group going into each portal and running 4 DPS and shit like
It's
that.
too
It's just
easy.
like,
It
come on.
feels just like the alert when you're by yourself. I mean, that rock boss that rolls on you, he could be a pain in the ass
yeah,
sometimes.
he's
'cause he
annoying.
could-
Yeah.
if you're kind of close to the edge and he pushes you into the corner with like his first hit, like he could possibly kill you if he hits you with the rest of the rolls. But like
Yeah.
other than that, and he's super annoying too. Like he even pushes me around when I'm tanking, all over the friggin' room.
hmm
He
Yeah,
doesn't
and
give a shit.
he's going to get away from you. You can't. He
Oh,
drops
yeah, you can't
aggro.
take
There's nothing
when
you
he
can do
does
about
that,
it.
yeah.
Unless, of course, you pop violence and severe punishment and then get real close, then you keep your might ticks on him.
You know what a lot of people do though? After he breaks up into the groups of ads, and then you kill the ads and he's ready to come up, like he's still a pile of rocks on the floor, but he's ready to come up. The healers and the trolls, and even the DPS, they're always hitting him before the tank while he's still just a pile of rocks. And then the first person to hit him has fucking aggro on him and he always jumps on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like be patient. Just wait for the tank to do his thing.
Just wait a
and then-
second, wait for him to like.
Yeah.
I hit him like as soon as he has the target on him, but sometimes other people are already
Now-
just beaming him and shit.
I'm sorry, I have to disagree with that. The best thing to do is when he's coming up from the pile of rocks, is you stand behind count and then attack. And wait for him to murder count.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
and don't drop a supply drop because then he
Yeah, yeah,
gets
no, he's
Supply
going to murder
drops
count and I'm
into
going to
aggro.
roll away.
yeah. Every time I'm dropping a supply drop, he always comes right at me.
Oh, he loves sitting on top of those.
Yeah.
I swear all the bosses like supply drops. Like you drop a supply drop in Nexus, Ninja Batman will be right over there. What's this over here? He's
Yeah.
right in it. Like really?
It's kind of like their bug light or whatever you want to call it. Like they see it and they're like, "Ooh, what's this? I'm gonna dance on top of this for a little bit."
Mhm.
It's like the pretty lights just get their attention.
It's like let me throw some spikes on this and everybody come get it. You know?
Yeah, but seriously, this 90 gear even makes Ninja Batman a joke.
I
I
know.
don't. I haven't
uh,
ran Nexus or Wave, and I don't know how long.
Yeah, we
I
did
wanted to
Nexus.
test out-
We did Nexus
I'll
with
put
it.
it
What a
this way.
joke.
We did Nexus
Yeah.
and Puppet, our rage DPS. It's so bad, the first room, he just lunged into the middle of the 4 Batmen as a DPS and was just meleeing all 4 of them, just beating them around. Like, yeah, this 90 gear is kind of retarded
Yeah.
when that happens and you don't die.
It's because they don't scale the stats correctly, which
Right.
is why I said they need to maybe scale them back.
Don't,
Because
no,
that's gonna happen for
I mean,
whenever
if the
they
bosses
release
hit
raids.
you know, you're still getting killed.
Yeah, but then again, are they gonna make the the raids in the next DLC a little bit like harder and stuff? Maybe
Well,
that's why
they're
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 giving
going
it
to
to us.
have to.
Next DLC.
They're going to
Yeah.
have to.
I think they're trying to prepare us for what's coming next, so that way, between whatever we have now compared to the next jump, they're going to be like, okay, well, we're going to, have the ads pee on you again.
Speaking
Yeah,
of next
I think
DLC,
it's
got
still
a
going to
topic
be
for
hard.
Here's the beautiful thing about the new raid, in my opinion. I haven't seen any glitches with it. Like, nothing glitches. You know what I mean? Like, nothing... there's not any, like, bogus mechanics or anything you have to worry about. People complain about the maze, but the maze
Except for the counter mechanics.
Oh, no, that's a good point.
Right now.
But that's
Yeah.
all around the game right now. Yeah,
Count?
that's
I know.
out.
I'm just bringing up that they they broke the
Count?
counter mechanics.
No, you're exactly
again.
right, Vagrant. I was talking about the operation itself, but no, you're
Count?
right. The counter mechanics right now are need work.
JSA.
What?
Oh yeah, the error code.
Whenever we do JSA,
Yeah, well,
when
that's-
we go into strike team, one person in that group at least is getting an error code when you walk into that final part of
the
that.
PS4.
You guys DC'd the other day when we did it. You and Count DC'd, didn't
Mm-hmm.
you?
Yeah, when I did it with Rock, Macabre, and Jams, all 3 of them DC'd.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
just a. That's
There's
not
something
like a. But that's
fixed.
not like a mechanic of the
No, it needs to be fixed.
of the
in
actual
correct
operation.
You know what?
You know?
There's no reason to glitch it because you could buy gear. You
Well, I'm
know,
not
the
talking about
reason
glitches.
Wave was-
I'm not talking
Oh,
about
you're not
glitches
talking
that
about
way. It's
glitches
like,
that.
you know how in Nexus, like the Nexus was a little sketchy. Really, my wife has to run the blender now. Really? Anyway, what was it? You know how the Nexus final boss is a little sketchy with the shields and everything sometimes. you'd be in the shield and the inevitability attack will go off and you die anyway, or stuff like that. I don't see any problems like that in the new raid. Like when you die, you're dying.
I really like this new raid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job. So, yeah.
What I don't like is the NPCs give the bosses blue immunity. Say first boss room,
That
assault and
sucks.
battery, Sinestro spinning around with his hammer or whatever,
He's
how he
giving
spins
Saint
around in
Walker-
that circle.
He's giving Brother Worth
Yeah,
blue
gives
immunities.
him and Kyle. Like,
Yeah.
Brother is really easy. He doesn't even really bother you. He's really easy to tank. But Kyle, on the other hand, Kyle always jumps to the Yellow Lantern people. Like, he's always jumping to Sinestro and trying to beat him up. So every time he goes over there, he gets a blue immunity.
look
And
at
then when
this
he comes
way.
back to me, he's pooping on me because I can't knock him over, and then he's block breaking me. Like, listen, buddy.
Look at it this way. That's one thing, but at least it's not like the hero side where people are bitching and they're still constantly nerfing Hank Henshaw because he has Ninja Batman complex lunging at the furthest person away.
What's wrong with that, though? That's
They're finally learning what we meant by Ninja Batman.
Yeah, I haven't really been on the forums to see. I
A
haven't
few
really.
of them are still. I think they nerfed them down in the hotfix. Something about increasing the tell time, giving them time to run away from it or something.
Kyle in the first boss room could kind of be like that. He's not jumping at people, though. He's jumping at the Yellow Lanterns. But if you're over there standing next to a Yellow Lantern and he jumps over there, he has that big area dot attack that'll knock you right out. I mean, he still jumps around a little, but he's not Ninja Batman.
Puppeteer said you pop hard light shield to prevent rage crash. You're a noob.
No way. That's how you get killed.
Yeah, we gotta get Puppeteer on the show. He won't though. He's scared. He's scared to come on. So what about the new operation, the new 4-man operations? Like, what do you guys think about the feats? Too easy or too hard or what?
They're about right.
I only did
they're
them
standard.
once each.
Thank God that they didn't freaking make it to where do all the weekly quests like 20 times.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do that if these are weekly.
Yeah, I don't.
yeah.
Is the bounty daily or is it weekly?
Weekly.
You don't
I think
get
it's
anything
weekly,
for the
too.
bounty, though, do you?
You get 2 marks.
Is it 2? I thought it was only 1.
I think
you
they
get,
upped it
you
to
get
2.
2.
Yeah, it's
But
2.
there's no feats associated with it.
Yeah,
or
what
anything?
is up with that?
Yeah.
That's one of my
What's
complaints.
the point of people doing it? Then?
Yeah. Nobody, and you go out there and no one's hardly doing it. I mean, you'll see a shout every once in a while, but no one.
I have yet to see a day where someone shouted it. I think I saw it like once right when the DLC came out, and I've been on almost every day, and I haven't seen it since.
To me, that just seems like kind of wasted programming. You know what I mean?
It's cool that it's there, but they need to stop with this weekly bullshit.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Put a feat in the game. I mean, put a feat for the bounties also. Do the
No,
bounties.
they don't even need a feat. They should have did something like they did with the 4-man operations. They should have gave you a reward box for doing it with the marks. And the reward box should have had something like a piece of Hive Defender, just like
The
we're
Guy
finishing.
Gardner chest.
No, like a piece of Hive Defender, just like we're finishing Avatar Infiltrator right now. Let us have another style that's been eluding us for the longest time.
Yep.
Give us a chance to get something else like Hive Defender.
Yeah.
That would have made me do it.
Well, because even the operations are still dropping biker gear.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, who needs
Biker
biker
gear
gear?
is the
You
shit.
buy that stuff, and why do we still, why are we still getting stuff like styles like that? We should get something like make a new style. Give us something different to look at.
Right. Yeah, they're dropping the biker face pieces. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really? And
Well, that and then I think a cycle waste dropped, and I think mist or something like that. I was
Right.
like, wow, I don't want. And it's a healer roll. Yeah, I don't want that for group loot. Screw it.
give me the
That
psycho
laziness
chest.
shining out.
Do what?
It's that laziness coming out.
Yeah, a little bit. But then they put so much time into making those new bounties. I mean, it just
Yeah, I didn't really understand. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Players who haven't collected or are just now hitting T5 have so many options to get Marks of Reality.
oh yeah, crazy.
Like, so much.
Yeah.
There's 5 4-man. There's the 3 duos. There's
Solo
the 2
anomalies.
bounties. Yeah, the solo
Yeah.
anomalies. There's
2
technically
raids, they,
five.
man, you know.
5 solo missions that you can do every day if those weren't fucking weeklies. You know, there's a lot of options. So it's cool that it's there, but it's kind of weird that there's just no incentive to make you keep doing it when, you know, when you have everything T5.
Look at Crappy. Is Crappy posting a link to one of his videos in the...
No, I'm just busting balls.
That better not be porn, Crappy.
It's a link to my Chatterbait. I'm streaming live right now while I'm streaming with you guys.
Yeah, all he's doing is checking his wood and eating pizza.
Okay, well, let's talk about the Ring of Omnipotence.
Are you sure you want to talk about that?
Like that moron on my YouTube channel was like, count. You're saying the word wrong. It's omnipotence, not omnipotence. Really?
They probably did my video when I was trying to make it in a hurry, and was like, "Oh, is that how you say it?" Because I say omnipotence in my video, and then like after I posted it, I realized it, and I was like, "Fuck."
Well, this guy called me out for saying omnipotence. He says it's really omnipotence, and I'm like, no, it's not pronounced. I mean, when you're omnipotent, you're not omnipotent, you're omnipotent. So it's the Ring of Omnipotence.
It sounds like you have a hard time in getting it up.
Yeah. He's got the pills for impotence, but he can't get the ring of omnipotence.
I hate when people correct you, like, if you're chatting on the forums or on Facebook and someone
they're so
starts
wrong.
correcting your spelling.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And then they
you,
fuck up, or
grammar
they botch
Nazi.
up a couple of words, or their whole sentence is just disfragmented.
Because this is what this guy said. He goes, your pronunciation of that ring is killing me, Count. And I'm like, well, your ignorance is killing me, is pretty much what I said back to him. I was like, come on, man, really?
That's not how you pronounce ignorant.
Who cares how you
Yeah,
pronounce
who cares?
You know
For
what
one,
the
who
man's talking
cares?
about.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
fucking ring.
there's gonna be times I'm gonna be drunk playing this game, just be like, "Who got the ring of O?"
The Ring of O, exactly.
Fuck
How
it.
does everybody feel about it giving toughness?
I don't like it, but
I'm not crazy about that. Yeah.
I didn't understand why they're doing that.
No,
Because
what-
they just separated PvE and PvP content by locking out PvP gear with PvE.
and then they
PvE
let you wear
instances,
rings.
and then they give a ring that's from a PvE instance for PvP players. What, you're confusing people.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. So
It's just a universal ring. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know why everybody's up in arms about that. It's just a ring.
Because
Yeah,
it's a
you
very-
got one.
it's because you
Yeah,
get it
it's a-
from a PvE instance,
Hey,
and it's the best PvP ring in the game.
A Vagrant. Guess who got one? Crappy Heels, of course.
But you know
Well,
what?
that's why he's not bitching about it.
Exactly. That's why
if
he's
you're
not
in a
bitching.
PvP match and you get beat, it's not because someone is going to beat you because they have a gold ring. You know, I could care less. You know,
Yeah.
if you
It's
have
that-
2 gold
it's that
rings and you beat me,
mid-max.
Yeah,
You
but that
beat me
extra
because you're
toughness
better.
could have you beat. You know,
Yeah, it's the
just-
principle of the matter, though. I
It's
mean,
that sliver of health that someone will have in a fight that is so close, and you could technically argue someone who has better stats can win in that situation.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you
Wearing
get it.
2 rings of omnipotence, you have like what is it, like 300 extra health, some extra toughness, of course better stats on all that.
Yeah, plus your precision.
yeah, if you have 2 of them, it's definitely an advantage.
Honestly, I think they just did it that way out of a business perspective. Figure they just came out with PvP Season 2, and all the hardcore PvPers, you know, a new DLC comes out to be like, oh, I don't care about lantern stuff. I'm going to go keep doing my PvP.
There
But
you
this
go.
ring gives them a
Yeah,
reason,
but if
like,
there's
you know
still
what? I'm doing this shit
game,
too, and they're
then
going to
what's
spend
the
money on it.
If
somebody
there's
that PvP is hardcore, the people that PvP hardcore, though, don't really do PvE.
Yeah, but the PvP hardcore players are going to make themselves do PvE because they want that ring for the advantage.
Right.
Well, they
So
want
they're
that
gonna
ring
make
for...
money off of it.
I don't see a problem with
I
it. It's
see it
just
from
a
a
ring.
business-
It's a gold
that's
ring,
fine.
you know? Like the gold stuff, it's the same thing as the utility.
I'm never
belt.
going to get it
Basic
anyway,
utility
so,
belt.
I mean, to me, I
Yeah, and that's the thing is that it's a rare drop. You know, it's one of the rare items in the game. And
yeah,
then
unless you're Rock
having
Hardington
people-
or Crappy, it's a rare
Yeah,
drop.
then you get Rock Hardington, and then
Who has
he's
2
like,
of them
"Ah,
already.
Yeah, I don't feel like running that, you know,
Yeah.
anymore because I already got the ring. I don't need nothing else.
He's done with it already 2 days in.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I'll be full 90 tank here in a couple of days. You know, a couple hours, whatever. I'm already full 90 DPS gear, but I don't have it modded yet. So
No. So how about this rage power?
Not again.
How
Are we
about
It
still
looks-
talking about it? Like,
I don't know. We didn't even
fuck.
talk about it. We only talked about it for 2 seconds.
What
No,
else
we-
do we need to talk about?
What about the
This is a brand new
DPS side?
power. There's a lot.
This
to
is
bring
the
about it.
DCO project, not the crappy Macabre talk about their tanking.
So we're gonna
strategies.
talk. We're gonna talk about this. Maybe somebody's interested in it. So
All right,
Mike,
I'm
what do
gonna
you
go
think
take
about
a nap real quick.
dropping the shield?
Well, Crappy, let me say this about Rage. From me being the main healer in the runs that we went, right? I know that I have to spam heals to keep Rage tanks alive, and it's easy mode when I've been healing 2 fire tanks. I mean, I'm
Not
sitting back.
necessarily. It's just I always have something different on my loadout.
I'm
When I
also
have-
thinking we're probably spec'd wrong too.
When I have rage mode on, you don't have to heal me.
Who did we
I mean,
lose?
like, you see my life dropping, but my life comes back because I heal myself, but it takes a second. So if I get hit for 4 grand, I'll heal that 4 grand back, but it takes a second. So, like, you don't have to jump right on a rage tank when you're healing him. You could give him a second and let him hang out. He heals himself back.
Well, I looked at my healing numbers out compared to running with Pyro and Major and healing 2 Rage tanks, and the Rage tanks take a lot more damage. I don't know why.
That's because you're
No,
healing.
that's
'cause you're
the
healing
difference
them.
though. Yeah, because when we take damage, we heal it back, but it takes a while for it to come back to us, so it's not like reflective damage
I
or
gotcha.
like negated damage.
Okay.
But when we use our severe punishment, whatever we get for damage, we heal it back, but it just takes that split second to get it back. And then that's what sometimes throws us off because we're not sure what we're healing back is from us or from you. So we are thinking, okay, well, we're going to just negate or ignore the rage crash. And then when we go and do it, sometimes we might get knocked out and we can't do it, And so when we actually go through rage crash, we only lose like 14,000 health. But then when we look at our stats, our like health can go, I think Crappy said he had his health up to like 114,000.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I noticed in
So,
the
like-
scoreboard, you guys have high healing out or high
Once I-
healing. You
once I
guys,
start,
have
we
high healing
heal
out.
a ton because
Yeah.
we heal back all the damage
Right.
that we take.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking we could almost maybe not spec in the health so much and maybe spec into some resto.
I only spec into the first tier of health.
There
But
you
like
go.
another thing too is count. Like if I buff my health up to 50 grand or 50,000, you're trying to fill up all that 50,000. So it might seem
Right.
like I might have half health, but
It's
I
still
have
a lot of
25
health.
I still have 25,000 health.
Right.
And just that other 25 is empty because I just buffed the shit out of myself.
Hey,
So
so-
then
I
then you
wonder if
heal.
DC
Then you heal a whole bunch of other health that didn't even necessarily need to be healed.
I wonder if DC would do good if on the bars in the party side you would actually be able to see
The
actual
number.
numbers.
That's a good idea.
It would help.
That would be a really. Oh, you're back, Kaiser.
I wonder
okay.
if that's coming
I've
with
been
the
back.
new UI because we've already seen everything's going to be looking square like World of Warcraft.
right.
So
No, that's a great point to actually give that bar a
Yeah,
number.
all I see is a green bar. I don't see how exactly
How much your green bar is worth? It could be worth 10. It could be worth 100,000. We don't know.
that would help out.
Right. That would help out tremendously.
It'll help
Instead of
out for us too because
Yeah.
I can't tell where my stats are.
Exactly.
Like,
That's
I
a
could-
great. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
point. I hope they do add that in because, I know we say this all the time. It's cliche. Other MMOs have that. Blah, 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 So,
But it does help out, and they should do it with the power bar too. And then maybe even have the healing as like green numbers, just so that way you can you can distinguish it a lot better.
Right.
Or if you can even just change the color yourself.
yeah, they can
so that
leave
way
like
you're
the
used to it.
NPCs. They can leave the bosses where we don't know that number. You know what I mean?
Or
I prefer
have
not
a
to know.
percentage right there.
I would prefer not to know what the NPCs have for health.
Right.
I wouldn't mind a percentage shown instead of just the whole number, but just be like
A
he's
percentage,
at-
yeah. So you
he's
know,
at
plus you
75%.
know when you're under 35%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would actually help out a lot for that too. I
Yeah,
didn't
that would be
think
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Or maybe when when the NPC's health reaches below 35%, have that change from a different color. Like okay, red. It's a red bar now, so now I can hit it.
Puppeteer said he can't count, so it's irrelevant.
it would be nice to see the health
I can't talk.
like a number on your bar because I noticed a bunch of times like where I'll overbuff myself and I'll notice I have half health, and then I'll look at the healer's power bar, and they're spam healing the shit out of me, and they can't even move my bar from half because I got like 80,000 health.
I noticed a few times I spammed renew on you about 3 or 4 times, and your bar only went up maybe like 15-20%, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? Is my power not working?
Yeah, the other thing is from the collectivity of the ads, like when they're around you and you're using powers, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, like it increases by like so if you have 7 ads, your dominance goes to your health, and then your health increases by that much. You know, I mean, they did the math on it.
Well, Berserk, the calculations wouldn't lag the system because they're already doing those calculations.
Yeah, you just got to change the bars to numbers.
Yeah, just put the number into the, on the PS4 they could do that easy, But the calculations are already there. I mean, they're,
I've been trying to gauge buffing myself so I don't do that. Like the first 2 days and like even the first run yesterday, I was still over buffing myself, and then it burdens the healers because they think I'm dying when actually I'm not. Right. I have plenty health, to go around.
And that's the other thing. They need to do a little hot fix on Ragebringer.
Oh my god, Ragebringer is terrible. Like if you watch my last video, you could see my health count. Like I did it. I think you were healing me. I did it like really good. My health didn't even move except for the one time I got knocked over. I was like on par with my shit. I even rage crashed once, but since I had violence up, I hardly took any damage. Those moves work real good. I went into Prime, and I wanted to just use the rage crash, not the rage crash mitigation, but the one that ignores like a certain percentage of it. It says it significantly reduces it. Well, I went into Prime, and Prime you can't kill someone with 90 gear in Prime, so I had to bail out of there. I went to Nexus first boss. You can't kill me in there either, but the rage crash isn't even like half the damage. Like it would take the smallest percentage of my health bar away. Like if I had full health, it took maybe not even a quarter away of my health when I rage crashed from the Batman beating on me. So like it's way better to ignore all of it, but if you can't ignore it, like I don't see any big deal. You still hardly take damage. And
I think that's what a lot of people have been complaining. Like I've been reading the chat, online and stuff, and people are saying like rage tanks are just, pointless to have. It's like, okay, if you're gonna use your rage, use violence first, then clip that with severe punishment or that other one that looks like snuff out, and in violence the shield around you actually goes over, like it lasts longer than the rage itself, and it reduces the damage significantly. And if you have an option to ignore it, then do it. Otherwise, if you don't have to really worry about getting your, losing all your health and dying instantly.
Yeah, you literally don't take any damage when you have severe punishment going. I mean, you do, but you heal it back. It's
well, I need to know the value of that bar when I'm healing a rage tank, because now
I'm
that you've
only
said
vulnerable for 4 seconds after that's over. That's the only time I need a little bit of healing, is after that. Right. But something like I have fire, I could heal myself,
or the shield,
I have our light shield to block it for that 4 seconds. But like at the beginning, like when we play later, I'll show you. Like you don't even have to heal me while that's up. Like, because then you just heal. You just healed useless heals. I mean, it's hard to not heal because you see my life moving. You know what I mean?
So, well, especially when the Blue Lanterns are beating the crap out of us in the group.
Yeah, think of it this way: like when you switch from armory to armory, and you got one armory stat that's got a lot more health than you do on the other armory, and you see your life bar extend out.
Oh yeah,
that's what we do. Except it's only in that short distance, So we actually we extend our health bar out, so we have a set number that we're at. But when we extend our health out, it's not full yet.
I'm really digging it. I think I'm gonna drop the shield and run that other power.
Good luck.
Morphless recovery.
You're gonna have to do a lot more like rage powers and combos.
Or I think I'm going to keep the shield and drop violence, actually. I'm going to try that out first, just because the animation's quicker.
Okay, well then we better bring in another tank.
I know, we need somebody to pull. I mean, I could keep pulling everybody, pulling the Blue Lanterns.
I really think that one is because when you read it, it doesn't even have like a tank roll option on it. I think it's really more for like a damage roll.
Yeah, see
it does the same exact thing. I just tested it before we got on. Same thing as violence without the might ticks and the knock-up.
See, the thing about it is more tanks need to be aware of controlling those ads instead of relying on the controllers, because I've seen a lot of people say, well, they want to run with 3 controllers because it helps contain those Blue Lantern ads, but it's really not necessary to do that. If the tanks have a strategy and they're communicating and they know what's going on, they can control those ads perfectly, where we don't have to worry about them.
Pyro and Major are beasts at doing that.
Yeah,
like
they're experts at that.
Other groups, I have to spam Light Blast. Those 2, I can just sit back and power dump and
that's the other thing
just
too.
worry about other shit than having to.
Like if we do the op or the raid again tonight, like what we did, and because we were wiping a few times in that last time we did it, but once I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe if I actually turned around and faced the group and started using Ragebringer to bring the ads
That's
back.
what I do. I look that way.
Yeah. So crappy.
I stupidly switched my pull up to the 360 AOE one.
That's the good thing though,
because it actually works.
When you do that, if I turn around and have Ragebringer, so then when ads are like at the portals or by our group, I can bring them back in, and then you can sit there and just spam without mercy.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way I can keep an eye on like who's behind and who's where staring at the group. I'll just have to turn my back.
Yeah, that's pretty much what our tanks do. They watch those portals by us and just pull everything.
And I use eviscerating chain to pull them over, but I could only use it when I have to, you know what I mean? So like anytime I have to use it and there's an ad over there, I pull them over with that, but that's like a once every, I don't know.
That's the other thing
seconds.
too, is with the ads, I would almost think Shock would be kind of spamming more heals when we have more ads around us, because we'll be sitting there rage bringing,
you know how much health we'll have there, especially both of us doing that.
Well, I trip out when I hit my single target heal and I don't see your bar move up much.
And you don't heal anything.
I start freaking out like, oh man, my power's not working, And I know it's hitting you for. I mean, I was getting like 9,000 crit heals in a one burst, doing that.
Yeah.
It's just we're probably both standing there with 100,000 health.
Right. I'm tripping because, oh my God, I hit him for 9,000 and his bar only went up like a tick.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do a little bit better.
I've been learning to control it. It's weird.
Use it more with more sense than just senselessly, I'm just going to keep rage bringing.
It's hard though, because you have to keep getting your pull on in there. Every time I think I could sit still for a second, one of those Blue Lanterns gets a symbol above his head, and I got to touch another power.
Yeah, that's the key, is to hit him with that.
Yeah.
But I don't know why people are so against the 2-2-2-2 classic setup. I mean, I know Vagrant and I have talked
I love it.
I know Vagrant and I talked a long time ago about it, that we were wishing they would get back to more of that.
I actually wish they would only allow you to go into 2 groups. Like, you could not go in with, so like when 4 people enter that portal, if you wanted to go in there, like say if some pug went into the wrong portal, if he came out, then it opens, and then the other guy can go into the other portal. Otherwise, when the first 4 go in, lock it.
What is the point of splitting in 2 groups? It's going to take just as long as going in separate groups. So what, you get it done a little faster. You got to have everyone go over to the other side. It's not like 4 people can't handle those 2.
Yeah, it's not even faster though.
Yeah, it's not any faster. So why are people being argumentative about it? On the forums
I could understand it when you're item level 83 gear, and you just got that stuff modded and you're going in there to get your 85 gear or whatever.
Yeah, you're carrying a few people through it for the first time. You might want to stay all together, but I don't understand it. I like running with 2 tanks, and the armories are set to a T for that raid. I mean, that's exactly because when you're defending the crystal and the maze, you go back to. There's no reason to have a tank. You only need a controller to throw power. That's it. Have the controller to the consoles like we do. Everybody else is DPS. Yeah. Just don't forget to go back to heals when you're going into the
Thank God for armories. Could you imagine if we didn't have armories?
Oh, if you didn't have
that?
armories, that raid would take 15 minutes longer. Everyone would have to swap out gear, blah blah blah.
Wait until it comes out and all the people that only have one armory, for the rest of the players.
So they made certain aspects of that raid just for armories in mind. That's what I like about that. So
Well, that or they had the intention of still running the 2-tank group and then having one tank go in the maze, the other tank pull the ads or walk into the crystals.
Yeah,
back.
you could do that too. You could tank the ads and burn them down.
The only thing I don't like though is that I think the heroes might have it a little bit rougher, unless of course they can knock that big old rock structure that's out in the middle of where they are. Or we have the rock structure or something like that, but there's a thing in the middle where you can maybe pull the ads behind.
I don't know. I don't see when I did it on the test server on the hero side. I was in the maze. I went in the maze. It was just me and a tank in the maze, actually, and everybody else stood back. We did it.
Oh.
We did it with a healer and tank in the maze. So, I don't know.
I think if the tank was tanking those guys out there, the DPS could probably burn them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you really wouldn't necessarily need an armory, but
it's cool. It's cool to kind of mix it up. But me as a healer, I kind of enjoy just switching to DPS for a couple minutes. And just burning some stuff,
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Same thing.
It's
Just
like
remember,
it gives me a little variety in my gameplay.
Yeah,
So
just remember if you get gear and you swap that out, and if you go to your another armory, you got to make sure you have that gear back in, because I went to DPS stance and
I
put
made that
a
mistake
tank belt
one
on.
time, Mac. Yep.
Yep. I have a new tank belt I put on, and I went into rage or DPS stance, helped out Rock in the fighting off those ads going to the crystal. Went back to tank stance and was getting pooped on. Had no idea what was going on.
What the hell's going on?
All of a sudden,
all my shit's gone.
Yeah, the one guy was inspecting me. He goes, "We have a tank in here that doesn't have a waist on." I'm like, "Oh my god, you got me shitting me." So I just put on my old tank belt or waist back on. Then I had to wait till I got back out to the bank because I have my DPS gear stored in my bank right now. So it's like, oh Jesus Christ, I can't believe I did that.
But yeah, armories and. It's just, it's perfect. And I hope they do that with some of the new content like DLC 10. I hope they make it where you have to use your armory. You have to implement your armories more during the content. So I think that's really cool. It just brings an extra layer to the game,
Yeah.
Brings an extra layer that people got to pay for, of course.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
I knew.
You got to have an armory, but... The one thing I kind of wish they would have did a little bit differently is make that new room that we go in to buy gear. If they would have made that a little bit bigger and then put a bank, an email, a broker, and a mail system inside there.
I also
so we don't always
that,
have to go back to the Hall of Doom.
I was running freaking Strike Team and Mist Recovery, and of course people run it without a tank, so I'm getting killed all the fucking time.
You shouldn't be.
I get killed all the time.
Really?
Because
he's a troller with high dom.
6'10" ads.
No, you're a DPS now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I
then
always
you
have
must be
aggro
top
with a
DPS.
whole bunch of people.
Yeah. Your healer better step it up.
But anyways, I was probably because I was bugging. But anyways, I noticed that they put no repair bots anywhere in those ops.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's pretty easy to repair in the new raid, but yeah, there are no repair vendors in the new. I don't believe there's any repair vendors in the new ops.
I think there is. Isn't there a vending machine to the right in the end of Mist Recovery? Like you go left to talk to Hank Henshaw, and to the right, I could swear there's a little vending machine against that wall.
Maybe there is. I don't know. I haven't needed to repair in there, so.
Yeah.
Aren't you healing though?
Yeah, I'm healing. But...
You shouldn't be dying.
No, I'm not dying. I don't think I've.
Oh,
died.
he dies with a full power bar all the
whatever.
time.
The only.
I know, what a scrub.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I'll get in there and I'll just get pooped on from all the fucking ads that I get aggro from.
Oh, wait.
They're hitting me for like 900,000s.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any really problem healing the alert. I mean, I thought the operations easy mode, but I mean, every once in a while you'll get pulled down or snap trapped by like a random ad, and he might kill you if you get separated from the group. But if everyone's like paying attention together, there's no reason anybody should die.
Yeah. I mean, they got low health anyway. Rock goes off by himself and does a part of the mission by himself anyway, and like me, Jams, and Kaiser were running around just doing everything else, you know, trying to stick together as much as possible. So we just had a DPS floating around like a sniper or something, getting some of the other stuff done.
See, Kaiser likes to go and try to steal the stuff from the other groups doing it.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they get count for it too, don't they?
What was your... Yeah, they
they
get
do.
credit for it anyway. But what was your idea, Kaiser, to tell them your idea to troll people?
No, I'm leaving that because that's mine.
Okay.
Although, when you guys are done this discussion, I have a topic that kind of correlates to what someone in the chat just said.
Well, go ahead.
Someone, Tormentus Corruptus, whatever.
Oh,
was
okay, about
saying
the power.
what
I was
additional
gonna
power.
touch on that too.
Okay, this just came out today. There was a thing in a Larry Liberty thing on the forum, which they were wondering about new powers and stuff, and he had said something along the lines of, no, there's no new power in DLC 10, but there is a new mechanic, or there is something that utilizes skill points to make them more valuable.
We
And
know
then
what that is.
No, Spittle was commenting in it. Spittle said in one of his comments, let me see if I can bring it up here.
Yeah, bring it up. I want to hear that.
Post tracker.
So they're finally acknowledging that skill points is fucking progression. Because
Vagrant-
To clarify, this is what
Vagrant's
Spittle
Revenge.
said. This is a quote from Spittle. To clarify, it is a new mechanic / system, not a weapon, not a movement mode. And with that, I'm out. So it's something we spend skill points on coming in DLC 10. It's not a weapon or movement mode, but it's a new game mechanic that utilizes skill points.
Nice.
So, time to speculate. What the fuck are they about to
So
screw
they're
up?
trying to make skill points more relevant, even though
Yes,
I
there
think
is something
skill
coming
points.
out, but it's not a power, not a weapon.
Well, like Vagrant says, skill points are relevant, and they try to downplay
are.
skill points for some reason. I don't know
they-
why, but
Spittle has said numerous times that skill points is not progression.
Well, they're
But
well,
something in that
he's
makes it-
wrong.
yeah, it's because
Well, yeah.
I just
mean,
want to say that Spittle, you're wrong. Skill points are progression, all due respect, but yeah, it's an important part of the game.
I just find it interesting they're bringing some new system. I'm wondering what they've got
cooking in
up.
the
What are they planning?
yeah. They got a meth trailer waiting for us
What
here.
are they planning? You know, one thing
That
I
means I
was
need more skill points again.
well, we all know that there's going to be at least 2 DLCs where there isn't a power, because that's what happened last
Right.
time.
I would say 3. Last time it was a 3 gat.
But
Was
then
it?
again,
1, 2, 3?
he
Yeah, it
said
was.
we'll be looking into a full spectrum of the lanterns. So do you think it would be another lantern power? Like a lot
I
of
think
people
when
have been
they do
saying
another
Hulk,
set, we'll have a healer lantern. I'm really thinking we'll have a healer lantern. In the
but
next
it
power
doesn't
set.
doesn't
I
the
don't think
roles doesn't it go troller, healer, tank?
Yeah, so I think though the troller might be either Halls of Power or Rage episode 2 or 3. And then when they get to the last Fight for Light 2 or 3, that'll be on a healer power somewhere.
I don't
and
know
they'll
if they're going to
eventually
even
drop
put
it.
out new power anytime soon. It may be.
It'll probably be Atomic finally, or something along the lines of that. Because in DC Universe, they don't have any kind of actual.
I could
Freezing.
see Atomic Tank.
Atomic. You could argue that radiation could heal you as well, or something like that.
I
in terms of
really
power.
think the healer is going to be Star Sapphire. I think it's going to be lantern based. We've had a lantern
Probably.
of every other power.
No, that's the other thing I
I
was
wouldn't
talking
be
Crappy.
surprised. Yeah.
If when they do the update for electricity, earth, and
Light.
hard light, are they going to change hard light to the fear? Like, are they going to change the name to fear? Because I mean, we all know that sometimes the visual effects don't change, but they sometimes change the name anyway. So do you think they change that to fear, and kind of because we have rage, and that's another hard light?
I think that would be really cool.
That would be cool. I didn't even think about
You
that.
know, give us fear, and then like when you're creating a new character, have fear/will. Kind of like for the green.
Well,
depending on if
obviously,
you're,
Fight for the
hero.
Light was really popular, so they wanted to go back to the well a little bit to make
Yeah.
another. I mean, let's face it, they are trying to make money, and they know the lantern stuff is popular, so they're gonna
Lanterns
keep.
of Batman.
They're gonna keep going to that well. You know what I mean? So I don't blame them. Whatever they want to do, but yeah, they should change it to fear. There's no doubt.
It is a popular thing. I mean, a lot of people come back for it. And I mean, when we first got Coast City and we got puked on by red stuff, we were all like, "Oh, we want to do that."
That's
and
cool.
look what we
Right,
got.
Exactly.
It's like this is awesome.
Yep.
And I mean, really, looking at the power itself, not to go back to Rage or anything, but the powers actually look pretty good. I mean, yes, clipping is there, but I mean, you still see some of the animations. Yeah, clipping. Violence and severe punishment.
God.
Speaking on power, though, another reason I think it's going to be Sapphire, they already hint at it in this DLC. If you look at the mists in the different areas or look at the tubes and ranks, you got the orange, you got the blue, you got the yellow, red. There is a pink/purple mist. So the Star Sapphires are going to play a part in this War of the Light trilogy. So they're going to be
the Black
introduced.
Lanterns are going to have going to show up in the
That
part
would be
2.
part 3. Part 2 could very well
that'd be the
Star
end too,
Sapphires.
right? Because I was again reading the chat, and a lot of people were saying black and white fight each other at the end. So in the comics,
That's fucking racist.
But what could he? What?
it's the good end of the
Serious.
spectrum and the black
That's
end of the
fucking
spectrum.
racist.
What could he mean though by the skill point thing? I mean,
That's got me stumped.
that's got me stumped as well. We'll have to think about that. Maybe
Maybe a way of speccing into something you can negate.
This is what I want.
Combat
I'm
mechanics.
imagining something just like with PowerPoints. We have our trees and then iconics. I'm picturing maybe a separate menu, like we got weapons, movement speed, and maybe like an iconic type of skill point thing where you can put skill points into
Wait. What about using skill points to increase power ranks?
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I know what you're talking. I know where you're going with this. I see. Yeah, that would be cool.
What is a power
Okay,
rank?
I'm lost here.
Like each power would have like 5 slots. Like how you have power in your loadout bar. I think this is what you're talking about, Vagrant. And you can rank up each power to do a little bit more damage the more skills
Exactly.
you put.
Yeah.
So you mean I could put like 5 ranks in my light balls to make them
Okay, so like leveling up a power.
Like you're actually
Say you
leveling
buy
up one of your
violence.
powers on your loadout bar. That would be crazy good.
But then
you buy,
everybody would be leveling up their 35%er.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
eventually-
well,
but there
it
could
goes
be
up in
other
small increments. Here's what I want them to add to the game, and you could use a skill point for this to lessen the cooldown on your trinkets. Like you put a skill point in that, and it lessens your cooldown 1%, and then you put another skill point that lessens it maybe 5% on the cooldown timers. That would be a cool
You're
thing.
just a trinket whore.
That would be awesome.
I hope they don't do that with powers though, because then Rage Tank would
No,
never,
not in powers. No.
Yeah, because I mean, Rage Tanking.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like if you let us cool down violence, we'll never die.
Tormentus said everyone would level up Photon Blast.
Yeah, exactly. Photon Blast.
It's like,
light
bitch,
blast.
I got a full leveled up Photon Blast.
That's all they would use, just that one power, put all their points into it.
Yeah.
I really wonder what it's gonna be because I didn't actually know about that.
I think you're
until-
onto something, Vagrant, when you're saying that. I think you're onto something.
What if 30 extra skill points would get you an extra power point? Oh, that would be pretty.
Well, we all know
That would be
this. We'll know in
sick.
the next month and a half to 2 months because that's about the time they start teasing stuff.
Yep.
So we'll know soon.
So maybe like how you take those extra marks that we have and you trade them in. What if you actually whatever skill points you got, if you trade those in to get a power point? So like every 10 you get a power point, or 15 you get a power point.
No, that would make it to where you could get
Expensive army,
everything.
so.
If you have a lot of skill points, but
You'd
if you
only
don't,
be-
But if
If
it
you-
was per 10, then I could get 15 extra power points right now.
What if you got to 100?
but then you lose those
points,
you
got
lose
one
those
extra
skill
power
points to go
point.
in your trees, in your weapon trees and stuff.
They need to make it where you have to get to a certain amount of skill points before you can start allotting skill points into that. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't put any skill points into that if you had, like, less than 100. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
you
I know
had,
what you're saying.
or you had certain trees filled out or something like that, and then
Well, like what they do with iconics, or like with your PowerPoint trees, you can't get down to like the tier 3 part of it until you get to like level 16.
I mean, I hope it's something like not adding new iconic powers in or something like that no one's going to use in the game. You know what I mean? That would.
You know
I use
they're
iconic powers. That's what
they're
you're
being
Oh,
smart
you don't
with this
use it.
though. I just want to say this: they're being very smart with this.
Not giving it up yet.
No, they're being very smart in that they're going to bring this out, and then when people want whatever this new mechanic is for their alt, by the way, we just released. You can buy your feats with
There
replays.
you
Buy
go.
your replay badges right
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
That's what
I'm gonna
they're
wait.
doing.
I'm gonna wait till the sales.
They're going
up
to
again.
release them together.
I'll drop another $50 on replay badges. Ain't no big deal.
Yeah,
to
I'd
me.
do that.
Yeah,
It's not a big
they're
deal.
gonna do that, watch.
Every month we'd have extra replay badges. Oh, looks like I'm getting a couple more skill points today.
Berserk just said scale might better. I think they did with this new gear.
They kinda
Berserk.
did. This new gear feels
Yeah.
like they really did.
This is one reason why they bumped the stat up on that, because now because what Puppeteer said, and he's really good at the rage DPS. He said that no matter what they're saying, rage is might based. So
No way.
yeah.
Light and precision, like even
Dude,
hard
you
light.
see the damage he's
Even
doing?
hard light,
Get
I'm
the
doing
fuck
precision
out of
light
here.
with the K007.
Yeah, but like Rock was telling me is like the way they scale precision with might, it's a lot better, depending on what gear you get. It's a lot more like closer together. Like they didn't do it like all botched up like they did in the last.
See, having all that much more might isn't really doing that much more might damage. It is, but it's not. But having that much more precision is doing a lot more damage. 1,000 precision or 1,000 might is like fucking 300 precision.
Yeah, Puppet says it's balanced leading might.
I'd
Well,
say
yeah,
precision.
it hits hard precision wise, but it does do a lot of might ticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could argue the same thing for hard light, like I was saying, but I do precision and
They're
might just because of
precision
certain
and might
combos
powers
now.
anymore, basically. Like I would mod I would buy precision gear. Well, that's what I have. I have precision gear.
Modded with might and precision.
Mod it with precision and everything except my reds. Mod it in might and precision.
That's what I do now.
Because Dreadful Blast just hits way too hard. That's your bread and butter. That's what you're doing most of the time. Your basic combo is Plasma Wretch, Dreadful Blast. And Plasma Wretch isn't going to change much with a couple hundred more might. I mean, yeah and no. Like, if you see 120 tick, maybe you'll get 140 tick or 150 tick. Might doesn't really change that much. But now the precision is a huge difference. Like, you could even tell, like, if you're Celestial or Hard Light or something, well, more Celestial. If you have 1,300 precision and then you get 1,600 precision, it's a whole new ball game. So just having those couple hundred more precision is crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that might's better than precision. I'm not saying that. I know precision is you're going to get bigger numbers, but I'm just saying I'm just going by what he says.
All I'm saying by balance with like what they did with the might versus precision numbers. So I'm wondering why Crappy hasn't modded full might on nature and seen what these new numbers do.
I used to be full might on nature, but it really doesn't benefit you for the might you lose. Like, you don't notice any difference in stats. Like, no difference in my might losing 100 might. It doesn't even make a
when
difference.
you go into precision more, I mean, with your weapon attacks or like your rifle grenade, and then comboing in other powers like with like hard light and I won't say earth because earth takes too much power, but like you can actually, when you combo into powers like with celestial and rage, you're doing extra white number damage and you're not using any powers and your power pool never drains out either.
Yeah, just me. I used to have a little over 1,000 precision on my nature DPS, and then I'm out of precision and might, and I have like 1270 something, and just that little precision was the difference between my rifle grenade hitting constant 600s and my rifle grenade hitting constant thousands.
Yeah, we'll get Puppeteer on here next week to argue about it.
Precision is the way to go. Might doesn't scale good enough. Might doesn't change enough. 200 precision is
know.
better than 500.
I don't know
might.
if when it comes
There's
to
certain
rage.
people in the community that'll disagree. Like for a hard light, that Kaiser 007. It's like
Precision
better
and
results with that combo with precision and might in the red single.
Yeah,
and
that's
pure
what I'm
precision.
saying. I would
Yeah.
go precision and might in rage.
But he does precision and
But he
health
does
and
precision
precision
and
and
everything
power. Or
else.
precision
Yeah,
and power,
I'm still
so.
saying do those. I'm just saying there's an argument for precision and might, like in reds, over just pure one way or the
Oh
other.
yeah, I would never go pure precision with rage. But I
No.
would go precision and might in the red.
Yeah, I would.
Well, I wasn't saying pure. I wasn't saying pure
Yeah.
might,
Oh, all right.
but it does lean. He's saying that it leans a little bit more towards might than precision. That's what I was saying.
I think
Yeah,
both builds
I
are
don't.
viable.
I don't
It's
think
just a
at
matter
all
of
though,
preference.
because plasma
I-
rage is your only might move really.
I actually think rage is like that healthy balance between
yeah,
having
it's a
both
really good balance.
precision and might.
but your hardest hitting move is precision. You know, why try to buff some 150 dots when you could change Dreadful Blast from hitting from 3K to hitting to 7K? You know, that's your bread and butter.
Well, that's the big single area.
Puppeteer said he has 3996 might and 1529 precision. That's his crazy might.
But does he do the 3 combos from Dreadful Blast?
We'll have to get him on the show, I guess.
Yeah, he does Plasma Wretch, and then he does 2 Dreadful Blasts back into Plasma Wretch.
Yep. Anyway,
I'm slowly modding my gear up. He should be fucking whooping Rock's ass every time. Get that precision in there. We need to put Rock hard.
Well, Rock's really good at Celestial.
Why? Yeah, but Rock's got 2 damn.
Rock's got 2 rings of omnipotence or omnipotence. Sorry, GG or whatever your name is.
Rock also says he's like at 3,300 3,300 might, and he's almost to 2,000 precision.
Almost 2,000 precision, which is insane.
Yeah,
man.
but Puppeteer can hang with him, man. I'm telling you.
Well, we can't really calculate that with this operation because due to where you go and, you know, how many ads are around, and, you know, it's kind of hard to scale it in an operation. It's kind of like seeds and unpaid. You can't really, you know, tell who's doing the best.
Right, because it's like my healing out. Whatever healer goes into the maze is going to catch up to me in heals, even though I have 52. Like I have 5250 resto right now. And I was ahead of the other guy by like 600,000. And by the time the maze is over, because I go to DPS, he's almost caught up with me. You know what I mean? So you can't really go by the scorecard in that game.
Yeah, plus where we split up, I might accidentally, you know, mess up, bring in more ads, and then I can just sit there and boost numbers,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. So.
And it also depends on who you run with.
The scorecard's a little bit irrelevant in that
exactly.
raid. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So I mean, if you really wanted to test something out, going to like Nexus, you know, that's pretty much where you're going to stay pretty much even.
Everyone's killing the same shit. Yeah.
Yep.
All I know is if you were Rage and you had almost 2,000 precision, ooh, oh my god, that would be a bad time for every other DPS that you went against. Big time.
It'll be a nice test. I would like to see what happens when like Puppet and Rock are like fully done, and if Rock didn't have the rings, but you know he does.
Puppet, but I like what's your sorry to cut you off. Write in chat what your Plasma Wretch is hitting for. Like what's it? Mine, I don't have that much might. Mine's only hitting around 150, some 200 ticks.
Well, he's saying Berserk Supercharge changes all your damage to might damage ticks. So if you use it in your precision base, you're losing damage.
Actually, it only uses your might damage. So, like, if you use Dreadful Blast, it doubles the first hit from Dreadful Blast, but it doesn't double your precision. And you have to be super close to
Maybe next week we'll get him on the show. We'll have a Rage DPS 101 or something. I don't know.
I already got it down. I spent a ton of time on it.
Yeah.
I'm not a know-it-all.
All I know is I'm loving the new gear. I love the new trinkets. Vagrant, if you haven't gotten one of the new trinkets yet, you have to get one. They're fucking awesome.
Talking about the ones you buy in the vendor?
Yeah, the ones you buy in the ranks or Mogo vendors.
That's another thing, though. I kind of wish they would have gave us a little bit different, like a different look at trinkets for like tanking-wise, because like the Central City trinket so far is the only one I know that actually scales your dom, which would be kind of nice to have. And every other trinket I've seen like drop or buy is usually health.
Right.
I wish they would have maybe gave us like a dom trinket.
Like you can have a choice of what stat. Like maybe.
Yeah, you know, like just throw in the other like dom trinket or health trinket, because I know ice tanks ain't gonna really benefit much from like a health.
Right.
You know, so it'd be kind of nice to see that. But otherwise, it's pretty good.
That's really cool. Yeah, that would be.
Or have an option, or have a trinket that gives both.
That would be
you know,
sweet.
split it.
That would
be
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice.
But those new trinkets, man. I mean, what's the resto on the new trinket for 20 seconds for healing? 1,036 resto. That's insane.
Is it really? I didn't.
Oh yeah, it's insane, crappy. Like I looked at my stats after I popped my trinket, and I popped anoint, and you know I've got like. You know, I've got like 6,800 resto or some stupid, you know, this is crazy.
Yeah.
for 20 seconds. It's like,
And,
wow.
and I got I got tank legs to drop last night, and I went from Traces and Time legs, which 87 gear, and they have 908 defense or health like that, and now these new legs that I get in the raid gave me like 1239.
Yep.
And that's his base stats.
That's
and
crazy.
It's like, holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah, the new gear, I was a little disappointed in the new Vestment of Rage Healer gear drops that you get from the new raid, because all it does is it doesn't increase your resto as a healer. All it does is increase your power and health, which I'm not complaining about, because it's really, it's a pretty good jump. But still, I wish it would have increased the resto just a little bit. That would have been cool. But then you're getting into insane numbers, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're talking about 5,500 base resto. I mean, stuff like that. I'm like, really?
That new gear might not be much for you as a healer, Camp, but as a troller.
For a troller, it's
God.
beast. Yeah.
Looking at what they did here with this raid, and then kind of seeing how they botched trolling for the last couple of months with Nexus and Wave, having powers cost more. I can see how they kind of why they did up the power cost a little bit more, because I mean having that kind of pot is holy shit, dude. Because you're ticking at what over
250?
200, 250,
248 right now, and I'm at 2547.
and you're missing your shoulders.
248.
Yeah, I did the math.
Tick,
I'll
Is
finish
that-
somewhere between.
Go ahead, Vagrant.
Go ahead.
Is that not buffed and
That's
trinketed?
not buffed.
Yeah, that's just
Jeez.
great.
I
It's
did the
nuts.
math. If I had 2 rings of omnipotence and those shoulders, I'd max somewhere around 2620 to 2650, I think.
That's power for days, man. Let's just put it
Yeah,
that way. Power for
max
days.
and that's modding right. That's not like Vites and the blues and the reds. That's
Or Vites and Powers.
yeah, that's modding right. Pure Vite and precision.
Vagrant
Vite.
may be going back to Troller. He's salivating over those numbers.
It's over 2600 easy if you max every piece of gear.
I don't know. I like sorcery DPS a lot, so
Really?
I'm probably gonna stick with it. Yeah.
See, you don't see too many of those on the console anymore. I watched one of your videos though. I got my no mistake video up before yours though. Haha. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway,
I didn't even know you did.
yeah, you don't watch
honestly.
my
I don't-
videos. I see how you are.
I don't watch anyone's videos.
I know. I'm just messing with you, dude. But yeah, I noticed you were sorcery DPS. I was a little surprised. I was like, whoa, I had forgotten you switched. But
Yeah, I'm still sorcery, man.
yeah, Galaxy said we couldn't run out of power last night. Even if we tried, we couldn't run out of power.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's nice though, is you can run 2 trollers and never.
Yeah,
you can't use enough power.
Yeah, you can't really. I mean, you can always have more, but I mean, it's really nice.
I mean, it's scaled perfect
yeah,
right
it's
now.
scaled.
I
nice.
guess that's why I freaking am always full power when I run Nexus and freaking Wave right now.
Yeah.
Jesus
That
Christ!
gear is beast.
I'm trying to clip everything and it's shit. I'm fucking. I just used my whole bar and I'm still at 75% power.
Yep.
Don't be saying stuff like that because they'll be nerfing it. Shh.
Yeah, I don't need my.
I don't think
Don't
they
say
will, Crappy,
anything
'cause
about
I think-
power being. Don't say anything about power.
I
ever
think they
being
have some
good.
hard content. I'm hoping they have some really, really challenging content in the future coming.
And I kind of hope it goes with the 222 load or load into.
I'm just excited for this year in DC Universe, man. I'm pumped about the game right
Me
now.
too, man. This is a big year. They started
I
off
think-
good with Rage.
yeah, I
I'm
think
never switching my guy from
Yeah.
Rage.
The game's not
best
perfect.
power ever.
The game isn't perfect. It's not going to be, but I am excited about with the armories
Good
and everything.
stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like though, because I don't like seeing it, is that when you look at our final boss and we're in a narrow tunnel, when you look at the heroes, they're in a circle, so they get more area to play with. It's kind of oh, come on, really?
I'd really be loving if they got rid of the map rotation in PvP. I hate the map rotation. I want
Me
to be able
too,
to
man.
play whatever I want. I'm not trying to
I'm
change the
telling
subject.
you, I'm telling you to. We need to. We talked about this before. They need to have it to where when you select for an 8v8, then all the maps
There's a
come
map
up
vote.
and everyone votes for it.
Right. Yep. I agree. Not to change the subject or anything.
The only problem with that is you'll just get the same maps over and over again because everyone's going to vote for FOS for 8v8 because of the buffs. Everyone's going to vote for Watchtower 5v5. You know,
Not
there's going to be those
necessarily.
maps
There's
where
gonna be
just
people
everyone
who
goes
need
for 'em.
feats.
Yeah, but at
There's gonna
least
be-
give everyone the option all the time to running all the maps. I wish
Yeah, I
they
just
would.
can't. I can't wait till they bring the moon back. I need to get that feed.
Yeah,
done with.
I just
I
hate.
need Moonbase.
I
Or
hate
just
having
have
to
it
wait.
to where it's random.
Yeah,
when
just
you
queue up for a
select it,
4,
it-
and then you just go into a random
A random 4v4.
That would
There
be
you go.
awesome. That would be awesome. Guild Wars
That-
2 does that. Guild Wars 2.
If they did that though, they would have to further decrease the amount of wins on certain maps because then it's going to be really hard.
right.
You wouldn't be able to spam it.
Right.
And I would
When
hate
it's
to get into a
invitation.
4v4 and keep going to the same map over and over and over again. But it would be kind of fun because it's like, oh, I don't know what we're getting into, and then,
That would
depending-
that would spice up PvP a little bit. You know, you have to
Yeah.
change up your strategy every
Right.
now and then.
PvP
or your
is
loadout
dead.
too. So armories are going to be a need.
Armory saved me today. I was in the Gotham Wastelands, and that solo war dude come all right out trying to gank me while I was running my thing, and I switched over and murked him. I was loving it, dude.
Oh, speaking of armories, I just want to put this as a final note. The devs do need to fix one thing with them.
Go
When
ahead.
I'm a troller and I switch to my
Oh, yeah.
PvP, James mentioned this and I found out it's true because I did it last night. I switched to my PvP setup, and when I switch back, I lose that power tree innate, that 10 extra vite. So my 2547 becomes 2537. I have to relog to gain my 10 vite because it's not recognizing power tree specializations between armory switches. That has to be fixed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just for
there's a
trollers
glitch with
too.
that.
That's nasty. Yeah.
Because
Yeah, they have to
I
fix
could
that.
I get my tree specializations when I go from one tank to the other tank.
Yeah.
Because
So-
I can see the 10 extra health in the one tank stance, and then I can see the 10 that's not there.
Yeah, for some reason it's not doing the 10 vite. And I know I'm being picky with over 2500, but I want my 10 vite.
Yeah, Kaiser he's a numbers
He's a
guy.
He's a stickler.
Yeah, he is a stickler. There's no
I didn't
doubt.
always
expect
wants
into
to
this
have
tree
pop.
just to lose it.
Exactly.
I gotta have pop. Fucking elitist.
But I kind of would like to see maybe, gadgets and mental getting that nice little buff too, because that's a little
Let's
something
be
extra.
honest. They need to throw that +1 stealth bonus away and just put the 10 vite on there. What good is stealth in this game when its only use is to troll people on PvP phase?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's its
Yeah.
only use. The only thing people ever use it for is trolling people in the PvP phase.
The only useful characters that have stealth is the Legends characters.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Stealth.
Stealth is
Stealth is
good on the
attractive.
Legends characters.
Yeah, it's really good. Have you bought any of the new gear, Vagrant?
For what?
The new gear
DLC
that they
9?
have in the vendor.
No, because I'm completely I'm a completionist, so I just now finished all the tier 4 stuff.
Oh, okay.
Iconics. Well, not the Iconics, the tier 4 armor.
Oh, so you're cashing in your
we're
reality for the Triumph to finish those before you...
Yep.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's how I play the game.
Oh,
Now
that's
I
cool.
have to work
Yeah.
on Blood Curse before I work on Disciples of Parallax.
Yeah.
Do you have Exalted yet?
Yeah, I have full Exalted, full Corrupted.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I got to work on. I got one piece of Exalted to get, and then I got maybe.
Well, now
2
you get one
pieces of
per
Corrupted.
every time.
Yeah, every time
so
you run it, it's easy.
Yeah.
Thank God. and
I
you do
spent a
that
lot
for
of
home
replays
turf,
getting that.
and
I
you
don't
do
know
that
what
for
your
home turf.
complaints are. I got full.
Yeah, shut up,
I got
Kaiser.
full
We know.
exalted in 10 runs of Raven.
Yeah, you got 10 runs, you got 8 pieces of gear. It took me 25.
I didn't get it till they started dropping.
I wanna
you the
hear
pizza.
it.
Yeah,
And you
shut
did
up,
it.
Kaiser.
Well, you guys complaining.
Yeah, shut up.
Well, so I was actually gonna have one question.
Yeah.
Yes, Kaiser is gay. But if that's not the question,
Says,
no,
says the one that
sorry.
goes around checking
Yes,
wood all
Kaiser
the time.
is gay. That's a
I have
good...
to actually check my wood in a minute. Shit.
So
Uh-oh.
besides the skill point thing that's coming in DLC 10,
I'll be
what
right
else
back.
do you think is gonna be in it since it's gonna be small content?
Tier 6, duos,
Well,
and lurks.
obviously
Probably some
tier
solos.
6.
Yeah, maybe like 2 or 3 4-man operations or alerts. I don't know which one to go with, but they already said that it's going to be in Gotham City. They already said that it's going to have to do with like the Amazon Warrior boats, ships, not boats, whatever, the ships coming up on the harbor. They've already said that part.
Well, they already said what the storyline is. It's basically Flashpoint, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Flashpoint War. The Amazonians have declared war on humankind, basically. Yeah.
And they're gonna have them go to Gotham.
Yeah, it's going to be in Gotham. They said it would make sense. I mean, Metropolis for War of the Light. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, with the Amazons, they're all in Metropolis anyway. You know.
This time, no, he said Gotham. He said in Gotham Harbor.
Well, yeah, I know
it's
that.
It's gonna be a daytime Gotham.
Yeah, daytime Gotham. It'll just be like the battle zone, but it'll be Gotham in the daytime. And there'll be ships. There'll be Amazon ships in the harbor. You know, they've invaded Gotham City basically.
You know, I see this coming, but they've already started part of the story for this.
Yeah, Tides of War.
No, they started it with Sons of Trigon. At the end of the villain, Cersei says the Victory Stone is charged. She'll be able to start a war with this energy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where it's going to be Cersei starting the stuff because of the Victory Stone. They've already started it with Trigon.
Yeah. So.
And they already got the boats constructed because
they're going to use the Tides of War boats. You know, they'll probably
reskin the Tides of War boats.
They'll put an Amazonian statue on the helm of the boat.
Before we do this new story, we got to
look, you got Vagrant Man already.
And you know Aquaman's going to be in it too. He's going to, you know.
Well, at least I'm hoping one day they do an Aquaman DLC and a Shazam.
Yeah, they need to get work on
two popular characters that are just never used in this game.
Or Dr. Fate. I mean, Dr. Fate really hasn't. We haven't seen much of that since storyline.
Oh, a Captain Marvel DLC would be awesome. I'm with you, Vagrant. That would be awesome.
Dude, they really need. Oh, his storyline is so cool.
Yeah, that would be epic.
I feel like, well, first off, they still haven't gone back and finished the Kondok story.
Yeah, it's all him flying away, and
make like a Kondak type DLC with Black Adam. Black Adam's my favorite DC character anyway. So
I'm surprised that they weren't like, all right, we're gonna revisit this. That's the only thing that they haven't wrapped up.
Yep.
Yeah, or somebody just said in the chat, Atlantis, doing Atlantis DLC where you actually go to Atlantis. That'd be cool. That'd be really
that'd
cool.
be awesome.
Yep.
But the Shazam and Aquaman, I'm surprised Blue Beetle's not in the game either.
Right.
Blue Beetle, Animal Man, Hawk and Dove.
I think they're going to do something with Birds of Prey coming up because he always mentions Birds of Prey. Like every live stream they do on Friday Night Legends, they talk about.
They mention stuff all the time. I remember when Arrow was first coming out, they were like, "Man, I'd love to see Deathstroke and Arrow in Legends." They haven't done that yet.
Yeah, they haven't done that, but
they need to put Flash in there because. It still baffles me that Cheetah is the first speedster.
And people get annoyed at Cheetah because she can run away and double jump away from everything.
Yeah. Plus she's got that, if she's under 35% health, she does extra damage.
Well, there's no doubt in the months to come we'll be looking out for the hints, for the new stuff.
When you look back at all the past content that hasn't finished their storyline yet, we got so many storylines that branch off to other things that haven't even ended yet. It's just like, wow. I mean, they're gonna come around full circle.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like one big war at the end against
Yep.
Fucking.
And of course we know the whole New Gods Dark Side stuff's coming.
At some point.
Berserk says Joker content needs to happen. Get out of here. What
there
are you talking
hasn't been
about?
any Joker content.
We don't need any Joker content.
Well, they lost Mark Hamill, didn't they?
That's the problem.
I think
Mark Hamill's
he
retired.
from doing the voice. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any Batman stuff anytime soon. I mean, Batman's going to have some kind of thing in the Gotham if the Amazonian...
technically, you could argue there's 9 DLCs and Batman is not the center of any of them.
No, he's just another storyline that's
but he's the center of a lot of the raids. The outer.
Well, it's
but Superman is too, so
Yeah, it's due to Brainiac and stuff like that. So that's about it. Once the Brainiac stuff stopped, it was pretty much now it's okay. Well, we're gonna do a little bit with Lex Luthor and Batman and their future battles and shit, and then they go back.
You know what I wouldn't mind though? Like if they want to do new Batman content, that's fine down the road. If their thing about with their budgets and stuff is like they want to reskin stuff. Might be interesting to go to like steam-powered Batman's Gotham or like the Ninja Batman Gotham. Like they could do stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see.
We could have whole spin-offs with that.
I want to see future Gotham.
Yeah, steampunk Batman's world. Let's
Yeah.
see what
That would be kind of cool.
Let's just stay away from Ninja Batman's world.
Somebody
We
said
don't
the
want nothing to do
Palmer,
with Ninja Batman.
the Palmer verse. Is he talking about the Atom? Is he talking about Ray Palmer, the Atom? I don't know.
I don't know, but I think
haven't
if
seen
they
him
would
in the
do
game.
any more Joker content, they need to. They'd probably stick it to PvP the most.
Yeah, they need to expand the. I mean, come on, the whole vault is Joker. I mean, the vault, something you run every day, is Joker.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
plays that
theme.
joke of not giving me my sharpshooter legs every friggin' day.
Yeah, half of the
Talk about someone being lucky. I have the sharpshooter legs. I have full sharpshooter.
must be nice.
Fuck.
Anyway, we'll speculate. Harry Palmer, listen to Puppet, whatever.
No,
But anyway, yeah, we'll be speculating about all this stuff in the down
Puppet's
the road.
just still bitter that he can't get a DPS utility belt, and I'm sitting.
I
on a
haven't
nice
seen.
belt
I've
right
ran
now.
the new raid 25 times, dude, and I have not even seen any controller or any utility belt. Nothing.
Oh, that's something else I should mention.
I
am
really
glad
need
they
to
fi-
put
I'm-
utility belts in freaking vendors.
Yes.
No, dude.
Thank
Stop
you.
making it where it's
Thank
random.
you.
I'm just glad they fixed the slots on them, dude. Every utility belt that drops in there is 1 trinket, 3 wild card.
That's beautiful.
I love it. No,
Yeah,
none of that
that's what I'm
consumable
talking
bullshit.
That is awesome.
I got a healer utility belt, Shock.
Yeah, I know.
I've got 2.
Freaking Kaiser's got 2 of them. He's not even a damn healer. I have not even seen a control. I've seen nothing. All I get is shoulders, chest, and legs of tank controller DPS. That's it. I mean, I have the full DPS gear now.
And now that you're full healer now, I mean, maybe when you start collecting on the controller gear and seeing how Kaiser's got all that healer gear now, maybe you guys could swap positions and then you'll probably get it.
No, I don't want to take Kaiser's spot because I would never hear the end of it. Oh, good look at these bad ticks. Your tick's only like 235. I'm 248. That's the way
Exactly.
Kaiser. That's the
Well,
way
he'd be
Kaiser
healing.
is. He's a.
He'll be healing, so when you die, you can just throw it right back at
He's
him.
kind of a douchebag, when it comes to stuff like that. But everyone knows that. I'm not telling anybody anything no one knows, So
Pretty much.
anyway, man, I was thinking we were going to wrap it up here. Any thoughts? Any thoughts,
Like you
Vagrant?
asking. I mean, I could go on for days about DC, but
Yeah.
if you want to wrap it up, we can.
I thought maybe.
I
I mean,
mean, I don't
we're into
care.
an hour and a half already, and we've talked
You
about
want
a
to?
lot.
Do you want to wrap it up at a 2-hour mark?
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. So what else?
Why
That's
are you?
right, chat.
Are you
Vagrant
getting a
got
lot of
you an extra
farming? Are
20
you getting a lot
minutes.
of farming done or something?
Yeah, he's not going to go play WoW today.
Me?
Or no, you were doing Dungeons and Dragons last week, right?
Yeah, Pathfinder.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah, man! Dungeons and Dragons. That's my shit.
Crappy.
I like how
Or
everybody's
he's
just
still
silent.
talk-
They just...
Is he still checking? Oh, I was gonna are you still checking your wood?
I think Crappy's
No,
checking
it's
his
not.
wood.
I was editing the video, so I was quiet.
That's all right. You talked enough about rage. Blah blah rage.
He's
This.
just awesome. Wait till I come on the DPS.
Crappy, you suck at it. I'm just gonna put it out there, man. You suck at rage, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm awesome.
I'm
I'm
just-
not awesome yet.
I'm just kidding with you.
I always have a different power on my
I'm
loadout
joking.
because I've been slowly
I'm joking.
trying them.
Yeah, somebody said Vagrant threw his weight around. Yeah, Vagrant told me we're not going to end the show yet. Vagrant's taking charge, buddy.
Yeah. Now you gotta get your wife on it.
I got trumped.
for him to tell her.
I got my
Listen
authority.
here, woman. He's staying on here for
My
another
authority
half an hour.
got trumped.
Yep.
Hey, I got no problem with it. I just wanted to run the
Who's
new
got
raid.
the full Avatar Infiltrator already?
Rock
Yeah.
does.
Oh, not me. Not yet.
I'm missing the legs.
Of what?
Avatar
Infiltrator.
Infiltrator.
Oh, I'm missing the chest. I have it in tank, but I don't feel like spending it on a respec. So
I kind of like that they had so many briefings, investigations, and collections in this one too.
I finished the Remnants of Rage collection to get the Bleeze wings.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I finished that one. I'll make a video.
What are all the rewards? I actually haven't
One is
did any of them.
One is Bleeze's wings. One is isn't it the gloves that you can see the skeleton through it, or is that the boots?
The boots. They're the what is it? The God, I have them. They kind of look like the Joker's punchline, like tier 2 in a way, except they're more mechanical, and then you got like skinny legs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then
have
you
that
got
one.
you got the Missionary of Hope head, and I believe the gloves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of styles like that, I want the auras that some of them iconics have. There's
Yeah.
like
Oh
blue
yeah,
flames
we were
that
that
are
are
all,
supposed
like
to get
I want those
pulsating
auras.
stuff.
Sometime they were saying.
I'm still waiting for the Guy Gardner chest. That with the rage infused one.
Oh,
I
the
want
rage
to. I want
infused
to.
Guy
Yeah, I
Gardner.
want to see that one drop.
Yeah, Puppeteer says tech infused boots is one of the
Yeah, that's right.
and Atrocitus head is another one of the styles. The only one I have done is the remnants because I bought them all and I spent millions on the Deckstar collar collection.
Oh, I farmed it all and I got them all done.
Damn. You can sell that Deckstar collar collection for quite a bit of money.
I still have a whole bunch of radar scanners too.
Yeah, the
I'm
one.
gonna use
Booster
some.
gold
I got
stuff.
3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, the one collection that's hard to get, I believe it's the rank CPU node. If you find that, that's the rare one. Sell that one for like 5 mil.
Oh, okay. Well, they're putting
Or
the Deckstar
more.
stuff up for like 8 mil. I seen it for 9 mil today.
Oh yeah, then just increase it up to like maybe even 10, 19 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the Class A right there.
Right.
Just go and just balls to the wall and sell it.
Right.
Because it took me 15 radar scanners just to find that one.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Damn, Mac.
What?
Yeah, maybe I should go ahead and go farm Metropolis Battle Zone. Get
Yeah,
some of that.
it's a pain in the dick to find it all. And that one collection was the reason why it spent 15 radar scanners. The rest of them were just a breeze to go through. The only other thing I had problems with was finishing up the one investigation, which is in ranks. And it's when you walk in and you go around the little fucking area and then you make a left and it's behind one of the
Right there at the
tubes.
beginning. Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
right
I
at the-
couldn't find that one for
right.
the life of me. And finally, Jams is like, "Hey, did you get this one yet?" I'm like, "Oh, you gotta be shitting me! They're gonna put this in this area? Like,
Right.
this is where everybody goes to." And it's like they got tubes there that make noise, and you can't even hear the investigation chime over. But
Oh,
yeah,
I know.
it's
I know
it's
one
a
thing I forgot. I wanted to give a shout out to a guy. He listens to the podcast. His name is Synchros. He sent me an exceptional recovery kit in the mail because he likes our podcast. And he's like, keep doing the podcast. So he actually sent me an exceptional recovery kit. I wanted to give him a shout out. I was going to make a video giving him a shout out, but I accidentally deleted the
Cool guy of the week.
the footage. What'd you say?
Cool guy of the week.
That is
no,
the
he
cool
did
guy of the
Cool
week right
Bastard
there.
of the week.
Cool
Yeah.
bastard of the week.
You don't the cool bastard of the week. There you go. Because
I thought you were going to give a shout out to someone else.
I thought you were gonna give me a shout out. Damn.
You did earlier.
Crappy, I got your info scrolling across the screen right here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And Vagrant,
No,
yeah. All your
I thought you were going to go after
Don't
the
you ever
worst
watch the Twitch stream?
I do, but just tonight I got so much stuff recorded for Rage and everything. I haven't had time to get it up. My computer's just full of it.
I think I know the title of the show, Crappy's Rage Erection, because man, he's got a hard
I
on
can't even
for
sit at my
rage.
desk. It's fucking
Yeah.
propping
Yeah.
the desk up.
You could say he's got a raging boner.
He does have a
Dude, I have a
raging.
raging hard on. That's what you can
God,
call
all
it.
he talks
Crappy's
about is
raging
rage
hard
this,
on.
rage
I know.
that. Yeah, Synchros, I want to give you a big shout out. Thanks. You don't really have to do that. It's not necessary, but I do appreciate that you sent me exceptional recovery kit. I was like, what the hell? I mean, you can sell that for $1 million on the broker, so I do appreciate it, man. That was cool. That was really cool gesture.
I thought
So-
you were going to call out the worst solo healer ever.
Who is that? Oh, no, that's we'll have to have J-Man do that because he was mad. Oh, I don't even remember the guy's name. Euro Fighter or something? Yeah. Yeah, that guy was trash, dude. So, anyway.
The irony in everyone loving rage powers. Oh, if there's any heroes in here, watch out for, I believe his name's Killer Lamp. He likes to scam people for exceptional recovery kits,
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah, Rock got
how do you
busted for
even
the first
scam?
time. Rock he went to the hero side and he said he wanted to buy a stack of exceptional recovery kits for 20 mil. Some guy sent him a message saying, I got 3, how much would you buy them for? And he said, well, I'll do 3.4 for it. So the guy opened up trade, he put the 3.4 in, and then he saw the 3 exceptional recovery kits in there. As he hit accept, the guy took the exceptional recovery kits in, hit the accept trade, dropped out of group, and then ran off.
That's why I don't trust people, dude. I don't.
Like such scumbags.
Yeah. But then he came back to the villain side, and some guy sold him 5 exceptional recovery kits for 500,000. So
damn.
another lucky bastard of the week right there.
Yeah,
so
damn.
He has all the luck.
yeah, and then he modded for Alyssa Crime, and then she tipped him 4 exceptional recovery kits. So I'm just gonna sit here like, shut up, dude. You got scammed for $3 million. You just got that back in like 2 minutes.
Seconds.
Yeah, but still, I mean, people that do the scamming stuff, they need to be permabanned, dude. They need to really do that. They need to permaban those people.
Oh, just put them on blast. You know, I guess
Yeah.
I get sick and tired of people blasting other people, but like when it happens to like you or a friend of yours, it gets annoying because they're like, I work. You know, it's not like he works hard to get the money. He's like, I'll get that in a couple hours. Why scam for such a little price?
Right.
But he's like, it's just the pointless
It's the
part.
principle.
Yeah, it's like why do you need $3 million? You know, like why would you do it for that much? You know. So whatever, but I mean, yeah, moving on.
Yeah, I mean it's a good
Scum,
point
man.
though. I mean trading in MMOs it's part of the community to trade stuff. And
Well, yeah,
if you can't trust people, man, it's just
Yeah,
get
I mean
rid of 'em.
we're all playing the game as a group of people. You know, collectively the heroes are with the heroes and villains, but you know we can flip flop and stuff. So
it's one thing to
we're-
talk trash to a guy and to get into
Yeah.
beefs and stuff like that, but to actually scam a guy in the game for stuff.
you know, and then when the drama's down and
different.
the community is like a whole again, you know, we all have that common, you know,
We
ground
all
that
breathe the same
play.
air.
Yeah, we all play the game for fun. You know,
Do the JFK speech.
some of us
Yeah.
get paid money to do YouTube videos. Crappy.
crappy.
I don't.
But you should be because you keep telling me, hey, stop tanking so I can tank this solo. But anyway,
I don't
like
want
when
no money.
you got almost trolled for that one plan that you put a video up, Shock, a couple weeks ago. You
Yeah.
said you woke up and you went in there to buy that one plan that you've been looking for.
No,
and
I
it
was
like-
half asleep when I woke up.
Yeah.
I wake up and I get on the game just to go, bored. I don't even put my headset on. I just go look in the broker and stuff. I almost fell for it.
Yeah, so it's like if you get trolled that way, that's your fault.
Exactly.
But when you're in trade with somebody,
Exactly. That's
bullshit.
different. The trade is kind of like an unwritten rule that you don't,
Yeah.
It just ruins the game,
you know. But if you're gonna blast somebody, just do it once and put it out there, and then don't do it again. Unless you can trust somebody. Otherwise, I don't need to see every 60 seconds of you being able to go back into trade chat going, he's a scammer, don't trade with him, blah blah blah.
I dare somebody to do it to me. I dare them.
Mhm.
I will. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have my cursor or my thing highlighted too, just to make sure. I'll wait for him to hit accept, and then because it's like, well, I don't trust you, bro. Otherwise, I'll just buy it right out of the broker. I don't got a problem
Yeah,
waiting.
I don't. I've never done that. I only do it with people I know.
Yeah, and if it's for bits, I can farm it. It ain't no big deal to me.
Or
But-
a player the player I know plays the game all the time, and he wouldn't, somebody like Rock Harrington who's on the game all the time, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's on the game constantly, and he sits around and makes money by making crafting stuff for people. I would
when
trust him.
Yeah, you got all
know.
he's got all the expert mods.
Right.
So if you guys need expert mods, go right to him.
Oh,
and
no,
if he
he's
scams you, we can all leave the league, and then he'd be fucked. No, he
No,
wouldn't.
he would never scam you because he's got a good thing going. He would never
Yeah.
scam anybody.
He's got a good quality name. His background's
Right.
high standard.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's the
He'll-
lucky
High
bastard of the
standard.
week.
Oh, my
yeah,
Lord.
I mean,
Well, he's not your type of guy that you can get along with right away because he has that he's got that personality where a lot of people might not hinder to very
Right.
well. But
right.
That personality and that certain sense of humor that's like,
He's kind of a standoff kind of guy, but he's a good guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's no
He
doubt.
rocks a
Yeah.
dick.
When it comes
No.
to the game, he's a
I
good
am.
guy. There's no doubt.
yeah, he's a good DPS.
Yeah.
He's good at healing. He plays the game well, and he does things for other people that need things.
People on
The only
Chatterbait might not like him, but I mean, it's still...
because small dicks here and there, whatever. But
Damn,
what he said today, he's like, I only got 2 inches, but hey, that's bigger than an Asian man, right, Berserker?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
That hits home.
racist.
It's past his bedtime anyway. I'm going to Berserk's been bugging me about being on the show, and I'm going to have to get a permission slip from your mom, Berserk, before I can get you on the show. I'm sorry,
He doesn't
sir.
have a mic. How's he going to be on the show?
Yeah, he doesn't have a mic. That's true.
His new greatest plan is when they release the
use the phone
DCO
app.
he can use that app to do league chat, and he can talk to us.
Berserk.
That's the great plan right now.
Berserk, go to Walmart and buy a $20 mic.
Hey, Berserk, get good
I'm
and
so
check your
sorry.
wood, buddy. That's all I can say. That's all we're going to say about that.
I
So.
farm for you. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I do drive.
Oh no! Oh,
Oh,
no!
God.
Mac,
I'll
stop!
drive him to school. I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
You guys are terrible friends.
Terrible league mates. Yep.
My lord.
Anyway,
No, he'll out DPS me anyway, and he can feel better about it. Because I'm that OPA rage.
Fucking Rage, yeah. Rage is awesome.
But then
Everybody
again,
switch.
hashtag rage needs nerfed.
yeah,
I'm gonna start that.
The only thing with Rock though is if you ask him to mod, he would like a tip.
Yeah, tip him. Why not?
Tip him. A stack of aggressive
Bits.
exo.
Yeah.
That's all he really
Give him a
cares
stack
about.
of bits. Yep.
Or if you want to throw him, maybe a tenacious bites or something like
Or
that. so that way-
200K or something.
Yeah, just give him a tip because otherwise he's like, if I don't know you, it's just pleasant to know because it's like I'm not going to just sit there and make mods for any random, but like if you can tip him so that way he can make mods for other
We're
people.
eventually going to get him on the show, I
And
think.
even look at it this way, the people out there, you're spending like maybe 200 to 500,000 tipping them. Would you rather spend 3 to 5 mil for the mod and the broker?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
You're getting a great deal there.
Yep.
So,
and it's not like you're going to make a
Great
whole lot
deal.
of like an aggressive exo bit, like a stack of that. So just tip him there.
You know how I know you guys are gay?
I'm sorry, Berserker.
oh no.
You went this long without referencing someone gay, and now
He
you've
knows-
blown it. I knew we should have stopped this.
No, but you know
He's gonna
how I
take my
know you
line.
guys are gay?
He's going to take my line.
I've heard some of the conversations
Because
you and
Rock's
Rock
dick is
have. I
so
don't think
far
you
up
have
all
any
your
right to
asses
even
that I could
start
see it
that
coming out
stuff.
your noses.
Whatever.
My lord.
What?
We're not on
Voices
camp.
are muffled by Rock's penis. Giving him all this praise.
You know how I know you're gay, Crappy? Your dick tastes like shit.
Hey.
You wear
That's a
unscuffed
secret.
construction boots with short jean cutoff shorts and your pockets hang over.
Well, we've gone off the rails
Don't be
here.
telling
All
me about
right.
the Facebook profile page.
Vagrant, we were having a nice, informative show. We were trying to
Had to
appease.
say 20 more minutes. Look what
Yeah.
you've called.
We were trying to appease the heroes by saying,
it's
"Oh,
okay.
yeah, you got you
He's got a
villains
rainbow-
talk
we
too
all
much
know.
crap."
He's got
and
a
all
rainbow
this, and
bumper
now
sticker
look
that
at
says,
us.
I like it when balls are in my face or I gotta check my wood.
Now look at us. Anyway,
All right, so that's probably it for this show.
that's probably it for. We got to go out on that. So
That was a good note. We all learned that Crappy likes short shorts, and then he might potentially be homosexual. So,
might,
Potentially.
yeah.
oh, so you are. It's
And
all
Charles
right.
Manson might be crazy. Yeah.
What are all you
Okay.
big guys doing
That's
later?
not what the voices in head tells him.
Well, anyway, guys, we are going to wrap it up. Thanks everybody in the chat. Once again, big shout out to Synchros for giving
Hey
me
Berserker,
exceptional.
give me your email on the game. I can't remember what your name is, and I'll just send you a couple aggressive exo bits for that little short blow I gave you there.
What, Berserk? Yeah.
That was
was
not
bad.
that was not a pun either. I'm sorry. The shots that I fired at you, I'll give you in return for.
Those weren't just warning shots. That was, ooh, buddy. That was hard hitting.
That hurt.
Ouch.
That's what Rock said though, not me. It's just
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
yeah. I'll send him an email here and give him some aggressive exo bits.
So anyway, next week, Vagrant, try to get
I want
that
some
raid
free
run,
bits.
buddy.
You want some bits? I got some yellows for you, so you can mod your shoulders when you get them tonight.
I want to know your opinion on the
only
raid.
thing would drop.
Hey, Vagrant, I want to know your opinion on the raid next week. So get that ran.
Totally
All right.
will.
Come on
No
now.
fail
Hopefully.
groups.
Come on now.
Hey, if I was a troll, I'd be able to run it every single fucking day.
Right. That's
Everybody's
true.
like, need troll for this, need troll for that,
Yep.
need troll for
Well,
this.
Exactly.
Maybe if you ask nicely, you can get your buddy Trexlight to tank it for you.
No.
We just need
hero
Vagrant.
side, bro.
Oh,
I think
no. Oh,
I think
no.
maybe I think Vagrant would have a little bit more fun with us if he was on the console. If we
Oh,
went
he'd have a
PC with
blast,
him.
dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shit,
see. Like, I miss being able to do nights where I run like everything in the fucking game.
You wouldn't have any problem with that with us. Yeah.
yeah.
You know, he's probably the only person that would love BCD. Hey guys, let's go do this. Hey guys, let's do that. Vagrant
No,
would be like,
I don't think
let's go do
Vagrant.
it.
Vagrant and VCD would not get along. I don't think. Well,
Oh, no,
VCD
I mean,
gets
what?
along with everybody, but you know.
Well, I think if I would chat with Vagrant more often, and you know, I don't really game much on PC, but if I was on the console, or if he was on console or something like that, and I could talk to him more, I could probably understand a little bit more about like MMOs in general,
Yeah.
and he could lead me in a better direction than where I'm at now.
You're on DC
do you mean? What's
Universe.
wrong
What
with
better
DC?
direction can you be?
I listen to Crappy. Help me.
Yeah, if Crappy is your role model, you're hurting, buddy. Let me tell
Listen,
you.
just clip everything and use phase dodge,
Hey,
I
man.
didn't say I listen to everything that
thought you
Crappy
said-
tells me. I just
no.
said
Crappy will abandon us to go pack a bowl, okay, in the
No,
middle of
no,
a raid,
Crappy has
dude.
the right to talk. He
Really?
already said before the show he's leaving for Final Fantasy 14 when it drops on PS4.
Who is?
Crappy.
no, he didn't.
Yeah, he is.
He wants his ostriches and potions.
Yeah, he likes that stuff.
What's gayer? Sucking a dick or taking it in the ass?
Oh God, we're out of here.
Okay, now we got to close the show.
We're out, guys. Anybody else have anything to say besides Crappy?
No,
For real though. If you had to do one, which one would you pick? Which one is gayer?
We will worry about that next week. We're not
We're not
gonna
going that
we're not
route.
gonna touch
Because if you ever put a dick in your mouth, think you could never eat a
know what?
banana again.
The only question I would have that Crappy is, do you clip that or do you jump cancel?
There's no
clip
clip.
or jump
There's no
cancel?
clip
Instead of
allowed.
No, we all know that Crappy knows that sucking dick is a channel, so he needs to jump cancel that shit.
No, you cannot. You cannot
vulnerable to
cancel it. You need
interrupt.
to let the animation play out all the way.
Well, see, the only problem Crappy has right now is since counters don't work, he keeps getting countered when he's sucking that dick.
Sometimes somebody
He's
reaches around.
he's busy on his ass every time he's using that spell.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he keeps giving that white immunity to the guy.
Half of our chat just quit. They're offended. Yeah. Oh no.
Someone just called it Dick Universe Online. Good
I
job.
apologize for the graphic nature of this show
is
at
not
the end.
flat.
We
If
almost
Shockula-
got out of this show without this shit happening. But anyway,
I hope that was
Like,
Nobody-
Crappy has
nobody
drugs
wants to answer my
Crappy
question.
took us to the gutter.
I'm
It
not
was
touching that with. Never mind.
Crappy's-
I'm not touching that. So
God, you guys aren't secure with your masculinity if you can't answer a question like that, which is gayer to suck a dick or take it in the ass.
Dick Universe Online. Oh God.
all right, we're out. So thanks everybody.
It's over. Fuck this. I'm going home.
Thanks everyone for joining
See you
us.
online,
We will
folks.
be back, episode 39 next week. So
Shock will probably be streaming the raid that we do tonight once we're done with this. So just jump over again. So
And they'll also be answering all my questions, so tune in.
I might
And-
be streaming. You're right. I need to start streaming more. I get lazy.
not streaming, but like if you're going to, you should probably end it like, hey, we'll probably be up again. Just oh God, this is not sounding right already.
Mac, let it go.
You'll be-
Let
you'll
it
be
go,
st-
Mac. Let it
You'll
go.
be streaming again,
Yeah.
and we'll be doing the new raid if you guys need to look at how we do things.
All right.
So
Well, Vagrant, we'll see you next week, buddy. Thanks
We
for
do the no pants dance at the last
Thanks
boss.
for taking your time.
No, what?
Kaiser, thanks a lot. Mac, Crappy.
I'm speechless.
Well, Crappy, not so much, but Mac, thanks for. I'm just kidding, Crappy. I'm just.
So would you rather?
Well, we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Adios.
Bye.
Later.